sportsradio.com. Make sure you YouTube, Twitter, and on NBA. We got a ton of sports going on with the page. Shout out to everybody on tonight. Already, the Razor, the sound is cutting up. Not sure. Can you hear me? Your voice is messed up. Let me go to my audio. Smooth Ed, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, Razor. Can you hear me?
Yeah, they said better now, so maybe I'm good.
I can hear you. I can hear you real good.
All right, cool. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Spencer Penny Bombs in the chat. He'll be on soon. We got Trav17, Mike's in the house, Patrick, got the whole squad. Shout out to my guy Smooth. Ed, what's going on, Ed? How you doing tonight?
I didn't know I was going to be on with Santa Claus. Hell, I'd have brought a present.
Well, hopefully I'm giving out the presents tonight and can give out some big winners.
That sounds good to me.
That's my plan. Penn National is the only track we have tonight, but we do have one race left at Turf Paradise. Tana is in the house. Cindy's in the house. Don's in the house. What's going on, ladies and gents? Appreciate you for joining us. If you haven't already, make sure you slam that like button down below. Press the share button. Let everyone know we're hanging out before the holidays. Before we have to go spend the day with our in-laws. We can hopefully bet some horses and win some money. Turf Paradise Race 9. Smooth Ed, did you look at that race at all?
Yeah, I capped that one too, Race.
Okay,
cool. I had 7-5-6-2.
Okay, cool. Let me pull it up. Turf Paradise is a claiming 8.5K race. It's fillies and mares 3 and up. Purse is 15.4K. If we look at some jockey trainer stats at Turf Paradise Race 9, the best jockey trainer combo is on the 5, best jockey's on the 5, and the best trainer is on the 6. There are a couple changes. New jockeys on the 1, 2, 3, and 4. The 4 horse has blinkers on, is off the dirt. The 5 horse, no changes. The 6 horse, new jockey, new trainer, off synthetic. The 7 horse was claimed for 3.5Ks, coming off the dirt with a new jockey, new trainer. And the 8 horse has a new trainer as well. Gregory Wilson's in the house. What up, Gregory? In Oppa's in the house. What's up, In? Cindy says Bomber in the first to Penn, the 2 horse. Patrick says he's looking for some winners. Patrick, hopefully we can deliver. Turf Paradise Race 9. Smooth Ed, who did you like? Who was your top horse here?
7 horse.
7 horses.
Yeah,
Smooth.
7-5-6-2. 7-5-6-2. I was trying to find you on YouTube. I put my picks out there, but I can't find it yet. I don't know what the hell's going on.
You don't see it under Pub Sports Radio?
I went under. Oh, okay. I went under Razor Sharp. I went to Pub Sports Radio.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's Pub Sports Radio.
Okay, let me find it there.
I actually need to pull it up.
Yep, I got it.
Okay,
I had it
good.
wrong. I'm good at that.
DC's in the house. What up, DC? We got Spencer coming on later tonight. We got Mikey P coming on. Dennis
Good.
Trusty's coming on. Spencer Hughes in the house. What up, Spencer? I just want to make sure I'm saying, is it Tana? 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 Says, riding with Smooth Ed. I like the 7 at Turf Paradise. DC says, chicks dig money. Shout out to Gary Long. Merry Christmas, my guy. To you and the family. Turf Paradise. 8 furlongs. Smooth Ed's top horse is the 7. Chicks dig money. That is also who DC likes, I believe. Trav 17. Yes, I do have some sport plays. My first play goes off at 7 o'clock. So 6:30, I'll be posting them up in the chat and letting everyone know. So make sure you guys stick around. 6:30, I'll post them up. Mike Whalen's in the house. What up, Mike? Spencer Penny Bombs on the 4-7 over the 4-7-1-5 at Turf. And he likes the 4 to win. Bruce T's in the house. Happy holidays, my guy. Don says, how does TUP run? Early or late? I guess it all depends on the track surface. It's firm. It's an 8 furlong race. I usually like late pace here. What about you? What do you like at Turf Paradise? Anything in particular? Smooth Ed?
Well, the 7 horse, I've got he's a maiden horse, which is, you never can tell with maidens what it's going to do.
Right.
But they had a lot of maidens. No way. Yeah, they had a lot of maidens running here. So it's a tough race. I didn't have any great, I don't want to say any great hits on it. There was a lot of little hits. So there were, but I think at the 7, I thought it'd be much better odds than that. I'm not happy with the odds in the 7. I thought I'd get more odds than that.
Yeah, more than 5 to 1.
Yeah, he's
7 to 2.
Yeah, 7 to 2, and I think he's going to drop more.
So how are you going to bet this race?
Probably, I'll bet the 7-5 probably over the 7-5-6. That's what I'll bet. Or maybe I'll just bet the 7 everybody underneath him. But I'd like to see him get a little bit better odds than that 3. Because in the morning line, he's about the 5th pick down the line.
Right.
And even in my program, he's down there a ways. So I was hoping to get more odds on him. I mean, he has nothing spectacular as far as workouts or pedigree or anything like that I see it really make me say, wow.
Yeah, he won his last time out by 6 lengths. Also, we have Bush Stables racing tonight. They are owners. They have horses in race 3 and in race 6 tonight. He will be joining us soon.
Oh boy, that's good.
Owner of a couple of the horses racing tonight at Penn National will be joining us.
When you give out your stats, Razor, they come with that equine edge, or do you just research them like that?
Most of the stats I give out is from Equine Edge.
Equine Edge. You know, HTR come out with a new field in the program they're offering, okay?
Okay.
And the biggest thing they liked about it, they were looking at the fastest quarter-mile time a horse ran in the last 10 races, okay? And you probably think that's a big bunch of bullshit. but they claim that it has a lot of merit in long shots. Now they just brought it out now because Jim Kramer had it with, let's see, what's it, running stop position horses. He's used it for years. And when Ken Mesa helped write the book here, we just recently with, Christ, what the hell is his name? Skeptical Handicapper, okay? He asked Ken to do some research on that. Ken liked that place so well that he brought into our program. Now, I don't know what the stats are on it yet, but they're claiming that's a hell of a good figure. Now, you wouldn't think it. The fastest horse in the last 10 races, you wouldn't think that'd be worth anything, but they claim it's worth quite a bit.
And you said they don't have the stats for it, though.
They have this. I don't have them yet because my buddy Mickey D, who helps me write my program, Mickey's on his daughters for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So Mike's going to give me, when Mike comes back, he'll put them into my program for me because Mike helps me write it.
Oh, okay.
I haven't used it yet, but they say it's really something. They say we could never figure out why. Like we have positive stats. Why, when you have 0 positive stats, horse normally loses about all the time. Maybe 7% of the time he wins. All right, but they wonder why in the hell he won, and they claim this figure for a short amount of time really helps out quite a bit.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know yet. I'll let you know. It's contrary to what you'd believe because nobody gives a damn. No one believes in that figure, truthfully.
Right.
But when Ken claims it's quite a figure, and he did a study on him, he was in a book, Skeptical Handicapper by, Christ, I can't remember names anymore. Who wrote the Skeptical Handicapper? Oh, shit.
What up, Alex Rodriguez in the house? Robert Land. Enough was on the 9 to win on 2.
Yeah, Barry Meadows wrote that Skeptical Handicapper. That is one hell of a book to look at.
Oh, okay.
If you read that book, I'll tell you what, it opens your eyes to a lot of things. I'm trying to study it when I get time. It tells you, it isn't something that tells you how to win.
Right.
It doesn't tell you how to win at the races at all. It just tells you facts. It says, like, you look at the trainer stats, okay, for 365 days. He basically said that's a total worthless figure.
Oh, wow.
He said that's a terrible figure to look at. He said because the trainer may only win with claiming, or maybe only wins a 6 furlong. So that's part of that figure. So you're assuming he's good with that with every race.
Right.
And he's not. He's only good at certain races. He really opened your eyes to, so many things. I was surprised. I read it, and boy, I'm still trying to study it some. It really opened your eyes to a lot of things.
Oh, wow.
And he doesn't he doesn't just tell you that figure's worthless. He tells you why it's not a good figure. He doesn't tell you any of this stuff that he was a handicapper for probably 50, 60 years. He made his living handicapping. But he got out of sports now because I guess he has health issues.
Oh, wow.
But it's all about statistics. You like statistics yourself.
Oh, yeah.
He tells you all about those things. Some of these things, trainer stats, jockey stats, they're worthless unless you get specific to what particular type of race they were won at. It's really, I think, I recommend the book to anybody. Are you going to learn how to win? Hell no.
Yeah,
but you'll learn a lot about the game, what to use and what not to use.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to take a look at it.
It's good. I really think it's, guys blow smoke a lot of time and say, don't use this or don't use that. He tells you why not to use it.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know whether Ken gets into the betting on the what bets are good and what bets are bad because of the whales in the game today.
Yeah.
The less tracks you have, the bigger chance for the whales to jump in because they'd have nothing else to do.
Right.
But when you have 8 or 10 tracks running, they're too busy.
Yeah.
It's
Alex
really
Rodriguez, I will be talking about all my sports picks. 6:30, I'll be giving out all my sports picks tonight. Let's bring on our next guest of the night. Like I mentioned earlier, he has 2 horses racing tonight at Penn National, race 3 and race 6. Let's bring him on from Bush Racing, Dave. How you doing, Dave?
What's going on, Razor? How you doing, Ed?
just fine. How's yourself?
Hopefully be better if I win 2 tonight in about 2 hours, but doing pretty good right now.
Well, let's hope you do then.
Yes, you got 2 horses racing tonight in race 3 and race 6. I saw you had 2 horses in race 6, but you did scratch the 2 horse, correct?
Yeah, so Pictor's out of the race. We'll run, his name is Sue, in that particular race. Yep, so I was always told a long time ago, right when I got started, I always said to someone like, look, let's just put 2 in the race, win 1, 2. And a trainer always said to me, why run 2 when 1 will do? So there you go. Hopefully 1 will do for us there in the 6th.
There you go. I like it. Greg McSorley's in the chat. What's going on, Greg? We got Trav in the house. Trav's been in the house, but I want to mention him again. Real Deal Prime. We do have Penn National coming up as well. Turf Paradise Race 9. Smooth Ed, what did you play there again?
I played the 7-5-6-2.
I had some prices there. I went with the 3, 4, and 7. 3, 4, 7 exact the box. 3, 4, 7 try. Dave, I know you're looking at Penn. Did you cap anything in this last race at Turf Paradise?
I did, and honestly, I'm looking over here on my left. I've got TVG on a TV over here on the left. So I didn't even look at the card though, so I'm not going to even try to pretend to give you guys a pick.
Oh, that's all good. I'm going to pull up.
Who'd you guys like though?
I played 3, 4, 7 exact the box, try box. Ed played the 5, 7, 6.
Yeah, 5-7-6-2 at Turf Paradise. You're talking about Turf Paradise, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Then we're going to move over to Penn National. After that, we got about 8 minutes. I'm going to play a pick 3 here as well. Penn National race 2. Got about 8 minutes. Penn National race 2 is 10K race fillies and mares 3 and up. The purse is 16.4K. If we look at some jockey trainer stats, the best jockey trainer combo is on the 8. Best jockey's on the 2. Best trainer is on the 6. Penn National race 2. Smooth Ed, who are you looking at here?
Let me get to that one race. I had the 4-6-8. 4-6-8.
8. 4-6-8 for Smooth Ed. Real Deal Prime says, why pick 1 then when 4 would do?
Could do that.
Gary Long says, Dave, thanks for joining us. Dave, Penn National Race 2, what are you looking at here?
Yeah, so I think obviously the 4 horse is getting significant class relief. I actually went outside though to Trip Road, the 8 horse here. Sells has actually done pretty well with some of the horses she brought. I think she had a winner last night in the card with Vargas up. I think you can get a little bit of a price there too, 6-1. So that was the race. That was the horse that I went to. I like the 4 as well. Obviously I think it's going to be the pace of the race, and anytime you get into these kind of cheaper claimers, pace gets really, really tough. They're going to have to catch the 4. And then if there's another horse, I think this was the one that Ed liked, was just Honorable Lily. I think, looking at the last race she ran, so that was an 8,000 open claiming race. She now actually, even though she moves up to 10,000, in my opinion, she actually steps down in terms of competition that she's running against. She was facing open claimers, 8,000. Now she's going to face lifetime restricted, so 4-time for life horses here. So that's, even though the claim price is up to 10, it's actually a step down in terms of competition. So I bet she could be live in there as well.
For me, I played the pick 3 here. I did a $5 pick 3. I believe it cost me $30. I singled the 4 here. And then I put 2, 4, 7 in the next leg. And then I singled the 6 in the leg after that. It looks pretty chalky to start the night here at Penn. Hoping we can get a price on your 4 horse, but I don't know.
I just looked at the doubles really quick to see what they were paying, because that would probably be my move here. And a 4-4 double is paying $3 for $1. And a 2-4 double is paying $6. So I don't think you get any price. I mean, your best bet, Razor, is honestly if I probably get beat in the 3rd. I mean, that's how you're going to make any money in pick 3.
Right.
4 Harp looks tough. If you look at the family of 4 Harp, I don't know if you ever look at any of the pedigree or anything, but if you look at the family of 4 Harp in the 4th race, talk about just an awesome broodmare, Catarika Disco. I owned one of her horses, a horse named by the name of Pink Princess, which was a full sister to 4 Hope, or 4 Harp, but it's just an awesome family. I mean, almost every horse in that family's made $500,000, and I bet there's 10 offspring out of Catarika Disco. It's awesome.
Oh, wow.
They run on turf, they run on dirt, they run on everything.
When did you own one of their horses?
Oh, I have to go back and look. Gosh, it was probably like 5 years ago now. I named a horse. I owned a horse named Pink Princess, who was by Wajilia out of Catarika Disco. So it was a full sibling to 4 Harp.
Okay.
She's probably now 8 or 9. I would guess that at some point soon she's going to be a broodmare. But yeah, it was a number of years ago when I had her.
Turf Paradise race 9 is off. Right now, the 4 is out front at 12-1. In second on the outside, well, down the center is the 7, who went off at 3-1. In third is the 6 horse, and in fourth is the 5. 3, 7, 6, 5 are the top 4 horses at Turf Paradise race 9. They are now 3 wide out front. 4, 7, 6. The 5 is in fourth and rolling past the 4. The 6 is out front now at 4-1. Here comes the 5 on the far outside. The 7 and the 4 are down the inside. But the 6 horse is out front, moving far outside. Not sure if he cut the 5 off, but the 5 horse is cutting down the middle. The 6 horse went way outside. It is going to be a battle between the 6 and the 5, with the 6 on the far outside, and the 6 is going to win 6-5-7, it looked like. Not sure if they're going to call any inquiry here with that 6 horse.
He was scraping the outside paint. Jesus. Cow.
Way outside. Next up, Penn National race 2. Spencer is on the 4-6-8. Oh, sorry, that must 4-6-8.
That was me.
Penn National race 2. Spencer is on 4-6-8. 4 Nora Rad. 6 Trip Road. No, the 8 Trip Road. And the 6 Honorable Lily.
They're betting. I mean, the 2 is getting a lot of play in the double. I mean, the second lowest double is the 2. So the 4-4 is $4, a 2-4 $7, and everything else is over 13. So it's interesting to see that the 2 is actually the second choice in the doubles, despite being third choice on the board.
Yeah, the 2 horse now is 9-2.
Right. And so the 6 and the 8, which are the similar odds, are paying twice as much in the double. So if you're looking for value, 6, 8 in the double, it's worth it.
6, 8. Pull up the video. We still got about another minute left. Mikey P is on the 8 to win at Penn.
Like
Robert
the
Land is on the 7-6-2. Robert Land says Raiders and Packers Super Bowl. Packers maybe, Raiders. Don't make me spit my beer out. Cindy says the sneaky play here is the 1. We'll take Roses. Morning line 8 to 1 now, 14 to 1. Ed, who was your top horse here?
The 4.
And Equal Edge, the horse has a 99 for pace. It also has a star out front, or a star next to it, which means horse has to get to the lead for it to work. Which the 4 has a ton of speed and will get out to the front.
Yeah, certainly looks like it.
Penn National, they're loading up in the gate. Spencer Hughes says the Raiders almost lost to his Browns with Nick Mullins. Penn National race 2. They are loading up in the gate. There was one horse that acted up there a little bit. It's like the 4 horse is ready to get out of the gate. No, DC. The races go off by the odds of what they close at. I guess except in like the final leg. Penn National race 2. They are off and racing. Shout out to the 50+ people in the chat. If you haven't already, slam that like button down below. Subscribe and share. We are now at 14.2K subs and growing. Right now, the 4 is out front, just like we thought. But here comes that 6 on the outside. 4, 6, 1, 8. The 4 is on the inside. The 6 is on the outside. 4, 6, 1. The 1 is in third on the far outside. The 6 is battling down the center. The 4 is still fighting on the inside. Here comes the 2 on the inside. And the 2 is trying to get up. And the 2 is going to get up.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
2, 4.
What a
is
finish.
The final.
I mean, was there 5 horses across the racetrack there?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
To me.
Could have been any of them.
Rosemary flew down the inside.
That was the horse they were betting in the double. You got 6 to 1 on the horse, but that was the horse I was saying that was second choice in the double.
Yeah. John Gilpatrick's in the house. What up, John? Rockin' Ray says we need more land. Okay, it is 6:30, so I'm going to give out my sports picks real quick. Let's see what I am on. I do have a play in almost every sport. College basketball, NBA, and college basketball. So First, I will start with college basketball. I am on Tennessee -1. I am also on Illinois and Missouri under 139. Those are my two college basketball plays. Tennessee -1 and Illinois, Missouri under 139. NBA, I have one play. I am on Orlando Magic +7.5. I am also on Denver Thunder under 213. Those are my two NBA plays. And in college football, Missouri Army, I am playing the over 53.5. 53.5. So those are my 5 plays for tonight. College basketball, Tennessee -1. Under Illinois, Missouri, under 139. NBA, Orlando +7.5. Denver Thunder under 213. And college football, Missouri Army over 53.5. Ed, you don't have any college women's basketball plays for us tonight?
No, I wished I had your mind to be able to keep track of all these teams. I don't have that kind of mind, Razor. I'd like to.
Dave, what about you? You bet sports at all?
Yeah, I do some. I don't have anything though for you right now. I'd just be guessing if I threw something out there. In fact, I didn't even look at the slate tonight.
Oh no, it was just I was just asking in general. Do you bet?
Oh, yeah, I do. I tend to spend more time on the horses, but yeah, I do sports as well.
I like it. Pat likes 146. Might have been the last race. C Money says rolls the dice along the pine. Robert Land says razor claws in the house. Spencer Hughes likes Arizona +2. Spencer Hughes, what do you think about these Cavs covering? Boston at home, lines open up at 5. It's up to 6.5. Public's hitting Celtics. It's going to be a tough game for Cavs. I don't know if they'll be able to cover or not. It'll be a pass for me. Let's see what we have next. Looks like 246 was the final at Penn. $2 exacta paid $51.60. $1 try paid $59.70. Let's move over to the next race. Penn National Race 3. Penn National Race 3. This is a claiming 4K race. Fillies and mares 3 and up. And the purse is 10.8K. If we look at some jockey trainer stats, the best jockey trainer combo is on the 4. The best jockey is on the 5. The best trainer is on the 4. If we look at some changes, there are a couple. No changes on the 1, new jockey on the 2, no changes on the 3. Different jockey on the 4, 5, and 6. No changes on the 7 and the 8. Penn National Race 3. Dave is the owner of the 4-horse here. Dave, what can you tell us about your 4-horse intro section?
Yeah, look, so introspection, I mean, after I'd claimed her for 8,000, we sent her long, I guess the next kind of 5 times, and she had run a couple of good races in there, but it just kind of hangs a little bit, doesn't seem to finish. We cut her back last time, sent her 6 furlongs. It was in a $16,000 not won in 6 months or for life race. So it wasn't an open claimer. On my PPs, the comment line I think is pretty accurate. I'm assuming that whenever in PPs they can see this 5 wide at the quarter pole, came wide belatedly. I mean, look, she got beat 3 lengths. If you go back and watch that race, she ran 5 wide all around the racetrack, which is the exact reason why I took Manny Aguilar off the horse. I mean, like, I'm okay with jocks, trying, but the fact that he lost all that ground to go 5 wide in a 7-horse field was just inexcusable. I mean, he could have saved a little bit of ground, angled out, and then came on late. So I saw someone posted in the chat, look, do you think the horse can handle the distance? I have no doubt that the distance will be just fine for her. And in fact, dropping in claim price to face horses like this, should keep her closer up early, and her finishing kick should be stronger than anyone in this bunch. So if I can get a clean trip, if I can angle out, turn it for home, and keep him somewhere in range, then yeah, I think she's going to be really tough to beat in this spot. I kind of got, I won't say screwed here in this, but I'll tell you a quick little story about her. So I claimed her back in August, right, for 8,000, and she ran second, right, in that race. When I had claimed her in that race, you can see there on June 5th at Pimlico, where she ran second by 6, and Lake Chicot was eventually DQ'd and put up. That was a post-race failed drug test by Lake Chicot. So when I claimed introspection, she hadn't won that $8,000 race there on June 5th. So when I claimed her out of the spot, I thought, right, well, if she doesn't win this race, I'm going to have all these great conditions I can run her back in. Well, I had her entered for $4,000 about 2 weeks after I claimed her, 3 weeks after I claimed her, maybe it was a month, somewhere around there. And I get a call from the steward saying, you're not eligible for that race anymore. And I said, well, how am I not eligible? We just entered her 3 days ago. And they said, oh, well, actually, Lake Chicot just got taken down back on June 5th. So now you've won 2 races in the last 6 months. So you're no longer eligible. And the worst part was I claimed her not even knowing that there was a pending drug violation in that race. So this is part of the claiming game that can really be difficult, is that, I had to take I took the hit for that, where, now all of a sudden I wasn't eligible for a race I thought I'd be eligible for because of a post-race drug test or failed drug test, and the horse was put up. So all kinds of fun things when you're claiming horses.
Now, you said the horse went back and got the win, so you couldn't race. Do you get money for that win?
No, I didn't own her then. So I claimed her on August 11th for 8,000. And the race that I'm currently in tonight is for horses who haven't won 2 races in 6 months, right? Anything less than like 3,500 or 3,000, I don't think is counted. So because then she got put up for the win there, even though she got beat 6 lengths and ran second, she now had won 2 races in the last 6 months. So she was no longer eligible for this race, and she was no longer eligible for another race at Penn National, which is for horses who haven't won a race in 6 months, for 8,000, because the race she got put up for was for 8,000 on June 5th. So 6 months has since passed since that June 5th race, and I'm now eligible for this spot that I'm in tonight. So yeah, so it should be pretty tough in here. I just got the condition back, which is why she's in this spot.
Oh, okay. I do want to ask you a couple more questions, but let's bring on our next guest, the fireman, Mr. Mikey P. What's going on, Mike?
What's happening? Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hi, Mike.
Smooth Ed, Dave, nice to meet you.
I know, Mike.
This hat is ridiculously hot, so I just wore it for the absolute intro. I think it's ridiculous.
I love it.
How we doing?
Good. We just popped off a little bit ago. We got Penn National Race 3. We do have Dave on the stream, who is always supporting us in the chat from Bush Racing. He has the 4-horse here in this next race. We were just talking about that horse. So I wanted to ask you another question. I heard you say you switched jockeys here because the last time he ran 5 wide. What made you pick the jockey here tonight?
We use Ricardo a lot, and on several of our horses. I mean, for the most part, we tend to ride either Julio Hernandez, who's the leading rider there, or we've been riding Riccardo Chiappi since he's come back. He was sick for a little while. Since he's come back, we've been riding him. So we felt like, he's kind of a patient rider. We felt like he'd fit the mare pretty well. Let her relax off the pace and then come running late with her. So we'll see if it happens, but that's why we did it.
Love the info. 4-horse is now 6-5. Smooth Ed, how are you handling this race here? Penn National Race 3.
I had 4-5-2.
4-5-2 for Smooth Ed. Mikey, what about you? What are you taking a look at here? Penn National Race 3.
Well, I don't want to jinx Dave with my first 2 picks that did not go well because I'm on the 4. I like this 4 a lot, so hopefully we can break the trend. I don't know if anybody had that 2 the first race, but I have the 4-2 and the 1 for underneath.
Yeah, that first race was a bomb. The 2.
Yeah. Should have just gone all.
Did you have that one, Razor, in the pick 3, or what did you go? Did you?
No, I didn't even play the first race.
Right.
And then the last race, I only took the 4.
Oh, that's right. Okay. It was this race that you were spread.
Yeah, I have the 2, 4, and 7. 2, 4, and 7 for me at Penn. Dave, are you doing anything with this one?
I will probably look to play a double just because there's no value in betting my horse at the moment, and I don't expect it to get any better. So, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I'll probably look for something in the 4th. The horse that I liked in the 4th was, I think it was an inside horse. Was it the 2? Let me see. Was the 2 horse shipping in? Yeah, I like the 2 horse, I think. Horse came in last time. I thought ran a pretty good race, just missed by a neck. Again, similar. Anytime you get a park shipper coming in, he's going to be tough. So obviously the 6 horse is the horse to beat, but I'm hopeful that Get Down Brown, tries to hook the 6 early for Harp and, sets up for the 2 horse coming late.
I like it. So you're doing a double with the 4 and the 2.
Yeah, I'll do it. I want to look what it pays here, but that's what I'll probably end up doing. Yeah. Yeah. So it's $12. So, the double that pays nothing is 4-6. 4-6 double right now is paying $2 for $1.
Lucky Power's in the house. What's up, Lucky Power? Says smash the like button. DC says win play show based on introspection for good vibes. Good luck, my man. C Money says cheap fillies seem much more susceptible to race dynamics and compromised by pace. Pat's in the house. Says Merry Christmas. Shout out to my guy Pat. Always supporting the squad. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Spencer Hughes says live to the 1-2-4 for a pick 3 at Penn. Robert Land says everyone has different picks here. Let's see some numbers here. Mikey, are you playing a pick 3 or a double here or anything?
Still kind of looking because I do like 4 Harp. I don't know if there's money to be made here on the double. But I'm interested now that I can see what Dave's looking at the 2. I don't know yet. Come back to me in a few. Let's see how it plays.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe the pick 3. Race 5. I was looking at the price on the 5 horse.
Mm-hmm.
News item. So I was thinking about putting him in there. The 3 horse morning line 6-1, but I don't think it's going to go off at 6-1. But with that being the last leg in the pick 3, I like the 5, the 3, and the 7.
Yeah, I kind of had a pretty wide open race there. Now that the 6 is gone,
Same here.
I like that 5, a little bit of G angle with that 5. I had that one pretty wide open, so I might go single, and maybe spread there for a pick 3, but I don't know because that 3 doesn't look like a 6-1 horse for me. If we get 6-1, it'd be great.
Wrecking Crew's in the house. Merry Christmas, my guy. And Mikey P, I don't want to stand up your hat or anything. It was a cool hat and all. I just want to press the little button real quick, and we can party all night long.
That's great.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to the 50+ people. Cheers. Let's win some money.
Yeah, mine can't quite do that. This thing is.
It's time for a shot.
Yes.
Got the fireball ready. We
I think as
plenty
well.
of time.
So you look at that, just going off of what I think Mikey and even what you said, Razor, looking at the 5th race, right? I kind of went the same. So I've got like a stable duel going right now, and I think I went with the 3 in here. And a couple of things behind this, just obviously being that you know, I know a lot of the trainers and owners and stuff like that at Penn National. That's where my horses are. You know, you look at this 3, and Bernie isn't really a guy. He gets a lot of young horses, Bernie Houghton. He isn't a guy that typically takes them to Parks for any reason, right? Like he likes to run them at Penn. He takes this horse to Parks to run it first time out. You know, they didn't bet the horse 36-1. There could have been some nice horses in there. I didn't go look at the race, but you look at the comment line. Let's just see something here quick. Yeah, so I mean, there was a next out winner. I mean, a horse that ran like 7th or 8th in there was a next out winner at Penn and a maiden special. But you look at the comment line, and it looks like he totally lost all chances right at the start. I mean, Dwelt stumbled. I mean, how much worse can it get for a horse right out of the gate? And, you know, now Bernie comes into this spot, right? And I might just be overthinking this, but this is just me kind of putting my owner's hat on here, is that, you know, the race draws 7 entries, right? Well, you know, I don't know what the card looked like. I have to go back and look at the card today. But, you know, Bernie puts 2 horses in the race, right? And then scratches one of them. So it tells me he was probably trying to get the race to go. He wanted him to use the race that day. So he throws another horse in it, gets the race to go with 7, because with 6, it might not have been carded. There could have been bigger fields that day. And then he takes the other one out and he's going to run the 3. So, you know, there's lots of angles here that makes you really kind of like this 3 horse. I mean, Bernie's also really good with young horses as well, too. So, you know, this is kind of his cup of tea. And with all those other things considered, I mean, I think 6-1, that horse is going to be live if you get it.
Yeah. Yeah, totally agree.
I think the 5 is going to be nice too. I mean, you know, that guy Tom Coulter is the number 2 owner at Penn. He breeds a lot of his own horses. He owns Arrowwood Farm. You know, you've got a Munnings 2-year-old. You know, you look November 23rd at Post a Bull at Work. Then it's just kind of a maintenance. You know, 16-16 on the 14th, and you know, now ready to rock and roll here. So I think 3-5 as well.
Yeah, I went with the pick 3. I went the 2-4-7 over the 6 over the 1-3-5-7. $3 cost me $36. We still got about 7 minutes. Mikey P, you ready for that shot?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dave, I saw you had a beer. I don't know if you want to take a shot, but
I got a couple of beers here, so I got
go.
one on deck waiting, so we're ready to go.
Nice. There we go. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Dave. Shout out to Bush Racing. Cheers to everybody in the chat. Happy holidays.
Cheers.
Ooh.
So no Charlestown tonight, man. It's a slow night, isn't it?
Yeah, man. I looked and I saw 1 track and I said, holy shit.
Charlestown's off till I think the 8th of January. They take a couple of weeks here for the holidays.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep. I saw tomorrow night. There's only one track too.
Is it really? I mean, Mountaineer's closed. They're done until April. Charlestown's taking a break. I got to think of what all tracks run at night. You guys would probably know better than me. Turfway, right? Turfway running here soon. Tomorrow maybe.
Sometimes, sometimes you got Remington at night. Assiniboia. Yeah, there's not many. Mountaineer, Penn, Chucky.
EVD.
Yeah, EVD. but a
Don't
lot of
sleep.
sport.
Well, I guess it's nighttime for me, but what's our favorite track out there in Oregon? Grants Pass.
Grants
that's
Pass,
a goat one.
soccer field.
Yeah, right. Wouldn't that be great to be playing soccer?
Yeah.
Soccer in the middle where all the horses are running around the outside.
Yeah, don't sleep on Grants Pass.
Are they running right now? I feel like they've got short meets.
Yeah, I felt like they were there for a week and then they were gone.
Yeah.
Gary Long has a question for you, Dave. Says, how long have you been in the business?
Yes, I've been in the business. My dad and I started the stable about 20 years ago, and we kind of had one horse. We joked around as a one-horse stable, and about 15 years ago, we ramped it up. I had lots of friends who wanted to join. So roughly been doing this for about 20 years, but 15, kind of really doing it. A couple of years ago, we were leading owner at Penn National. I think we're top 3 this year. But we've got horses kind of all over the place now as we've grown. I've got 3 horses at Charlestown. I've got 2 at Laurel. I've got 1 at Turfway. I've got, I don't know, probably 9 or 10 at Penn. So they're all over the place.
You ever race at Delaware Park?
Yeah, so we run at Delaware every once in a while. In fact, Charity Stripe won there this summer. Charity Stripe, she won with Cedeno on. And I think she ran a 2nd or 3rd the next time I ran her back. So yeah, I love Delaware. It's a great place.
Do you come to Delaware Park at all for the races?
Occasionally. I mean, I try to. I live in Connecticut, so
okay.
I grew up in PA, but I live in Connecticut, so I get down there every once in a while, and I try to always get out to the races when I'm there.
What part of PA?
I grew up in Mechanicsburg, so outside of Harrisburg, and obviously Penn National's in just outside of Harrisburg as well. So
yeah, my whole family's from Reading, PA.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, Penn's people always kind of knock on it, but I find it geographically centric in terms of all the different racetracks that you want to run at, right? So like, at Penn, you're 2 hours from Delaware, 2 hours from Park, 2 hours from Laurel, 2 hours from Charlestown. I mean, I can pretty much get anywhere in 2 hours, which is really nice if, you've got a horse where you're looking for certain kind of races or conditions or things. I mean, you can be at all those different racetracks, and it's year round, right? I can be at all those different racetracks in 2 hours, so it makes it really nice.
Oh, nice.
That's why I've kind of used that as my hub, and I've got a bit of like a hub and spoke, I guess, if you will.
Oh, okay. Fat Wally's in the house. Shout out to Fat Wally. Robert Land likes the 156. Oki's in the house. What up, Okie? Appreciate you, Okie, for joining us. Cindy's got the $5 pick 3-4 over the 2-6 over the 3-5. Charlie Adams says Lone Star and Sam Houston. Some night tracks. Mikey P's got the 1-2-4 over the 2-6 over the 3-5-7 Penn pick 3. Fat Wally says not going to be able to make it tonight. Wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Try to get into the chat. All good, Wally, man.
Merry Christmas, Wally.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Wally.
Trev M's in the house. Shout out Shane Gillis, Mechanicsburg, PA.
Yeah, look at that. Okay. No H on the end. Not like Pittsburgh.
C Money says Grants Pass meet ended about a month ago. All those horses, along with the Emerald Down horses, shipped to Turf Paradise for the winter.
Does Turf run over the winter? Or sorry, Emerald. Does Emerald run over the winter?
No, I do not believe so. Smooth Ed is on the 4-5.
You find it a hard day finding places for your horses to run as far as the conditions and that go? Well, that seems like an awful lot of work to try to figure where to put them at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think part of, just having done it so long and being a claiming stable, part of it is finding good horses and quality horses, right? And, horses that look good on paper that you think you can move up. But I'd say, as important or maybe more important is finding horses that have conditions or places to run, right? So, you'll oftentimes I'll claim horses that, I know the next race I can move them up to because of a condition that they have, or I know, a spot where maybe I'm moving them up in claim price, but actually the competition they face is going to be weaker because, it's for horses who haven't won a race in, X amount of time or something. So yeah, it can be really difficult to find spots for your horses. Which is why being, located in central PA, being able to ship all different places, it makes it convenient. If you get a good one, you can go to Parks or to Laurel, or, when Delaware's open, head down to Delaware.
Smooth Ed, what horse tracks are around you?
Charlestown's about a little over 2 hours from me. Mountaineer's about a little over 2 hours from me. Penn National might be. I haven't been there long enough. Last time I was there, I was playing a contest. I think Tom Grogard or somebody was the announcer then, or the picker.
He's still there.
Is he really? God, he's got to be. He's got a few years under his belt.
Yeah, I mean, John Bogar, I bet probably been there since Penn opened. I think Penn opened in the 70s. I bet he's been there almost the entire time.
Yeah, I went there, but that's maybe about. I'm at the Hirsch. It's probably about 3.5 hours from me, something like that.
Right.
They're all nice tracks.
Cindy says, Dave, do you get involved in claiming maiden?
Occasionally. I claimed a maiden this year at Laurel, who is a West Virginia bred, who I now have at Charlestown. And it was with the angle that, I knew I could take the horse to Charlestown and it would be eligible for state bred races. So occasionally, but I would say most of the horses I claim are, typically horses that have, more than 4 or 5 wins, lifetime. I normally don't claim, really young kind of 2, 3-year-olds, but I missed the break there too. Ouch.
Penn National Race 3. They are off and racing. Right now, it looks like the 2 is out front on the inside. In second is the 5 down the center of the track. The 7 is on the far outside in third, but it looks like the 4 and the 1 and the 6 are flying down the center of the track. But the 2-horse Life on the Edge is still out front at 6-1. In second on the outside is the 5, and on the inside in third is the 4. They are coming around the final turn. The 2 is still out front. Here comes the 1 flying on the outside. The 4 is on the inside. The 4 is trying to get up, but it's going to be the 1 horse. 1, 4, 2.
Got nailed.
1, 4, 2.
You had him, Mike.
Sorry, Dave.
No, the outside is probably the spot to be. I mean, you complain that you're 5 wide, and then this time I get the rail trip, and probably lost a little momentum having to wait and try to find a gap inside with my horse.
Let's bring on our next guest as he just hit the exacta and the trifecta. Our Canadian friend, Mr. Spencer Penny Bombs. What up, Spence?
Hi, Spence.
Penny.
What's going on, boys? How we doing?
Okay.
Good, man. How you been? It's been a while.
I know, man. Missing
Yeah,
some
man, it's
Penny.
been a while. Just been working away for the last little while. I was home for the next little bit for the holiday to hop in, see the boys.
You're lagging just a little bit. I'm just gonna pop you out real quick and see if I can bring you back in. See if it's any better. Can you hear us, Spence?
Is that better? It gets through my computer.
All right, yeah, it's just a little bit laggy.
All right, one sec.
All right, I'm going to pop him out while he works on that. 1-4-2 was the final. The $1 exacta paid $15.40. The 50-cent try paid $20.45, and the 10-cent super 1423 paid $33.26. Spencer Hughes says single to 6 in the pick 3 for race 4. That is 4 Harp. Christoph says cheers from Germany. Cheers, Christoph. Thanks for joining us.
There we go. Is that better?
Oh, way better. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. We got Spencer in the house. My God, I missed you, brother. It's been a
What's going
while.
on? Yeah, man. How you
Yeah,
guys
it's
doing?
been a while.
So
Been working.
it's been good. It's been a nice little horse week. I always see you cashing in the chat, and I felt like a Spencer Penny Bombs. I hit the Parks pick 5. 2 days.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
2
that was
days
the
ago?
2001, right?
Yeah, I felt like
Yeah,
a Spencer Penny Bombs.
Ooh, that was nice, buddy.
Yeah, now I'm ready to hit one tonight.
Let's get it.
Next up, we have Penn National race 4. And how rude of me, Spencer. This is my friend Dave from Bush Racing.
What's going on, man?
This is his first time on Pub Sports Radio.
What's up, Spenny? I was trying to see if I lost my horse or not, so that's why I was on mute. Sorry about that.
Oh, all good. Sorry to interrupt.
I don't know. I was trying to listen to the feed, and I wasn't sure if it would actually come through the microphone, if it was coming through my headphones, so I figured I'd just mute.
So is that something that you don't want to happen, or you want to happen because you get paid, or how does this kind of work for us? All good. Take your time.
Yeah, so I did lose the horse. Yeah, I mean, look, I would have liked to have won the race, if I was going to lose the horse. I mean, at least, it would have made up for losing the horse, but I just don't think she's much of a, she's not much. I mean, I claimed her for 8. I lost her for 4. She did okay in between. So, I think she just kind of is what she is. So will she win this race? Yeah, she'll win this race. She'll probably win the next condition as well. But, I was okay with losing her.
So you said the horse was claimed for $4,000?
Yeah.
Now, how does that work? So can you kind of, I guess every horse is up for, you can't do anything about it?
Yeah. So basically how it works is you choose the race that you want to run the horse in. And depending on the race that you choose, in this particular case, I knew I was putting my horse up for 4. Anyone that is a licensed owner or in PA, I guess in this particular case, can claim any horse out of the race, assuming they've got the claim price in their account. So in this particular case, it would add up $4,000 in their account. Basically how it works is you drop a claim slip, which is like basically as like your name, the horse, the race number, the price, the date, etc. You drop that 10 minutes before post time. And after the race, the horse is yours. So my horse will now go down to the test barn. She'll cool out in the test barn. If something's wrong, if she's limping or something like that, then obviously they'll void the claim. But there shouldn't be any issues with her. And so what they'll do then is the new owner, and I should say trainer, I guess, really, will get the horse and they'll walk off with the horse afterwards after the test barn. So it's kind of the risk you take by putting your horse in that race. There's really nothing you can do. I mean, you're putting your horse up for sale and, it is what it is. Oftentimes when people drop, they're either like trying to win the purse or maybe they're dropping their horse for a reason. Maybe there's an issue, soundness issue. It could be a lot of things.
How do the payouts work for the owner? Does just first place win money there, or did you get any for?
Yeah, I got money for second. So you get paid back to 5th.
Okay.
Interesting.
And is it a certain percentage of the
of the purse?
Yeah, so it goes 60, 20, 10. So 60 for first, 20% for second. So there's a significant difference, right? You go from, being $6,000 in this case to what, $2,000 or something around there. So it goes 60, 20, 10, and then like maybe 7, 4, and then maybe like 1 or 2%. And then everyone after fifth typically gets like $200. It obviously varies by race track, but it's right around $200 or $300.
And what did it cost to get in that race?
So it's free to enter races. The only races you pay for are stakes races. So it's free to enter the race, but you've got expenses to run your horse. I mean, it depends. You treat your horse with Lasix, and you do kind of pre-race, and whether it's giving them electrolytes and things. And then in the race, the jockey gets paid a fee. So the jockey, it depends by racetrack. I think Penn's like $100 or $150. That's their fee. Or they get 10% of purse money if they basically run like 1, 2, 3. So in this case, the jockey's going to get $200. Typical trainer, trainer typically gets 10% of first, second, or third. So my trainer will get, $200, and then I'll be left with the rest. And purse money is dispersed automatically through the bookkeeper at the racetrack. So she'll transfer the money into my account. She'll transfer the claim price from their account to my account. And then the horse will go to them, immediately after the race.
And what's the percentage for the jockey again?
10%. Yeah, so it's 10 to the trainer, 10 to the jockey, and then the rest typically to the owner. So you're looking at getting 80% of the purse. So in this particular case, I only walked out of there with, $1,600. And, given expenses, I mean, a typical day rate at a racetrack is, I would say between like 65 or 60. And in New York, it's like $110 a day. So, at Penn, I would say kind of my average cost for a horse for the month is roughly around, about $2,200, $2,400. In New York, my average cost for a horse that I have up there is close to $5,000 a month.
Wow.
So, everyone looks at the New York purses and goes, oh my gosh, these purses are ridiculous. It's $50,000 pot, this is incredible. Whereas at Penn, it's, $20,000 or $30,000. But if you think about the cost in order to carry your horse into that race, it's significantly different. So.
That's great info. Shout out to my guy Boston Nick in the house. Says, what's up, boys? Smash the like button. Is that an elf in the top corner? Shout out to my guy Boston Nick. Wow, that's great info, and I appreciate you for joining us, of course. And shout out to everyone in the chat for joining us. Like I said, Dave is the owner of Bush Racing. His next horse is in race 6. So if you do have any questions for him, pop it up in the chat. Let us know what you got. Let's bring on our next guest of the night. He's from Louisville. Mr. Dennis Trusty. What's up, Dennis?
There it is.
Hey,
Wearing
they
his
said he
Louisville hat.
got a beard too.
Look at him wearing his Louisville hat.
Normally it's L1C. Normally it's L1C4, but tonight only it's W for C or H4. I fucked it up, but oh well. Let's go Western, big Kentucky.
Okay.
I'm not even sure he knows what it means.
No.
I'm not even sure what I don't know what any of this means either.
Let's see what we have up next. We have Penn National Race 4. Penn National Race 4 is a claiming 25K race. 3 and up, the purse is $19K. If we look at some jockey trainer stats here at Penn National, the best jockey trainer combo is on the 3. The best jockey is on the 3. And the best trainer is on the 6. We do have a couple changes. The 1 horse is scratched. No changes on the 2. The 3 horse is off synthetic on the dirt with a new jockey and trainer. New jockey on the 4. The 5 is cutting back from 8.5 furlongs. The 6 horse has a new jockey. Penn National Race 4. Smooth Ed What are you looking at here?
623.
623. Robert Landy says dirty Pepsi in the house. What the fuck did he just try to say? Money says, how baked is this dude? Postman Philly says, what is that in English? Your guess is as good as ours. Mikey P, Penn National Race 4. What are you looking at here?
I'm live here for the 2 and the 6 for this race. For the pick 3.
Pick 4 live with the 2 and 6, you said?
For the pick 3, yeah.
Pick 3.
No, I didn't have either of those 2s.
Spencer, what about you? What are you looking at here?
Yeah, the Diablo Doro, the 2, but I also like the 4 Crafty Jack as well.
Dennis, Penn National Race 4. What are you looking at?
Do you really want to know?
I mean, I don't want to know. But someone in the chat.
I'm guessing he likes
know.
the 6.
Honestly, I'm not really looking at Penn National Race 4 yet. I'm just diving into it, honestly.
All good. Cameras are Tucci's in the chat. What up, G?
Gee, what's up, man?
There he is.
Dave, what about you? What are you looking at Penn National Race 4?
Yeah, so this was, I mean, I'd play the double, so I like the 2 in here. I mean, I think the 6 is obviously going to be a tough horse outside, but I'm hoping that, it was, I think it was the 5, looked like it was going to show some speed as well, so I'm hoping he hooks the 6 and sets up for the 2.
Yeah, the 5's got early speed.
Yes. 5 has speed, but not more speed than the 6.
No,
definitely.
I mean, I guess he just has to make the decision. Is he going to let the 6 cross his face, or is he going to, try to keep him out there?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
what about the 4 has pretty decent speed as well.
Yeah, the 4. That's why I like the 4. That he's the other closer too. So like if the 5 does end up pushing the 6 a little bit, then maybe the 4 cleaned it up.
4 horse. Last time out he got 5th, but the time before that he got 1st, and he won by 9 lengths. It was a shorter race. He's raced 8 times and only got 2nd twice. None of these horses have won at this distance.
Yeah, I mean, the 4 horse for me, it's just a really tough play because, you're talking a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Soon to be 7 when the calendar flips here in 8 days, 9 days, and it's got 1 lifetime win. Now, it took a considerable amount of time off there, 2 years, but I mean, they must have liked the horse some, right? They won by 9 for 12.5 and then immediately jumped up to 25,000. I mean,
exactly. They liked what they saw, clearly.
Yeah.
And obviously, too, they like the horse in general because, the horse has only been in main claiming twice as far as the PPs go for what I have. I don't know past June 21st, 2018, but they had to at least respect the horse as far as not putting him in for a tag.
Yeah, I mean, that was the first time he's ever in for a tag at 12.5. So I'm looking at his lifetime, and I mean, well, he was in for 30,000 at Monmouth in July, 2019. Still, I mean, but a reasonable price. So yeah, the breeder owns him as well. He tends to not get too aggressive with his horses. I don't know if he just likes running the horses that he bred or not, but
right.
So that's probably another reason why he always kind of runs them a little over their head, if you ask me.
Right.
Well, yeah, obviously he runs him over his head because the horse has only been in PA breds as far as the past performances go 1 time. If this was my horse, I'm just saying he'd be in Pennsylvania breds at least majority of the time, if not state bred claimant races, but
yeah.
I mean, I think the 6 horse is probably the tough horse, more consistent, but Ah,
Spencer, are you done your Christmas shopping for Emma?
Yeah, she's got all of her special treats waiting for her. She's been trying to sniff around.
I think my wife bought more things for the dogs than she did me.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Yeah, my
well, you
girlfriend's got a
look like a
bunch. My
dog
sister
racer.
bought a bunch for the dogs. She's gonna be loaded up.
All right, we'll see Dennis next week. He'll be here Wednesday next week. Make sure you follow him, Dennis_Trusty.
Oh Lord.
Did you lose a bet, Dennis? Is that why you're wearing that hat?
No, like you said, Racer, you found them in the dumpsters. Hey, all of the dumpster hats you found, they cost $30. So I'll take them. I'll sell them for half.
Yeah, they're giving away them things for free around here. They needed space on the shelves at the mall, they said.
Fair enough.
Speaking of sports, Spence, you got any sports for us tonight?
No, there's no all the NHL's like canceled and stuff tonight. I was looking at some of the NHL, but it's pretty ridiculous kind of times again right now to try and keep up with who's in and out of the lineups and everything. It's COVID times again.
Yeah, of course, the Packers are having a great year, and they're coming out of this COVID shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't have anything tonight.
I take Army tonight just to have a little play, but nothing spectacular.
The only
Game, I took the over. I was seeing so much value. The line dropped so much.
I got Army at 6.5. It moved to 7, so we'll see.
That's what I was gonna say. Was the only thing I saw tonight would have been the Army game over, but.
Oh, I might need to change my bet. Penn National Race 4. We got about 3 minutes.
If anybody's playing any of the quarter horses, I bet the 2 at EVD.
Scotty from Equinedge, when we had him on, didn't he say Equinedge was actually better with quarter horses?
Yeah.
That's what he said.
I don't even hardly look at him enough to know whether that was true, but the guy's pretty sharp on what he has, so.
What program do you use, Dave, when you handicap? Anyone in particular or a whole bunch?
I typically use the DRF, and I occasionally, like when it's a horse that I'm looking at to potentially claim, or I've got horses in. Like tonight, I'm using the Formulator. So I really like using Formulator, like when I really want to dig into some horses that I want to buy. I don't know if you ever used it, but you can see full past performances for every horse. You can see every sibling of the horse, full past performances for them. You can watch all the replays right in it, everything. So it's pretty cool.
Wow.
It was not a Bush career, by the way.
That's the wrong answer. You're supposed to say you look at us first, since you're on here. But
yes, Saddles and Sulkies. Make sure you follow him on Twitter. Great follow on Twitter. Covers all horse racing. Says, I think I saw Dave from Bush Racing take a swig from a beer, and it was not a Bush. Like he's drinking. Is that a Yingling?
Yeah, I've got a Yingling. So I'm rocking the PA beer. So
yeah, it's a PA local.
Yeah.
That is my go-to as well. I have that on tap, and that's what I'm drinking as well.
Look at that. Nice. It's good beer.
Yes, it is. Cindy says, I might have missed the answer, but Dave, what is the cost of the LASIK shot nowadays?
Oh, let's see. $30 maybe, something like that.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Will you give that shot every time you work the horse out in that too, Dave? Or
So that's really up to the trainer. I guess if the horse was like a really bad bleeder or something like that, then you'd probably want to make sure that you give Lasix. We typically don't, unless the horse is a really bad bleeder. The shot is administered by a state vet. So anytime you have a horse that's on Lasix, you can get, I think it's anywhere from 3 to 10 cc's of Lasix. 3 is the minimum. So if you're on Lasix, you've got the L next to you, you have to take at least 3 cc's of Lasix, up to 10. And that's totally up to the trainer in terms of how much they want to give the horse. Different horses, can do different things to different horses. Obviously, if you've got a bleeder, you're going to give more. If you've got one that doesn't bleed but it's on Lasix, then it's probably just going to be the minimum. They're all administered by state vets. So again, that comes like straight out of my Penn account. So it's not something that I get separately on the side. It's a state vet that administers Lasix to horses pre-race.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now, do you override the trainers any decisions?
What's that?
Do you like override them at all in any decisions that they make? Like if they tell you something, you kind of tell them, no, I want you to do it this way.
I wouldn't say override them. I mean, with all my trainers, I have just kind of a good open relationship. And the reason why I've chose the trainers that I use is because, they're open to talking through kind of options, where to run horses, which race, that kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, occasionally they'll say, well, look, you make the decision, or, well, for example, like tonight, we were prepared to run Pick Tour. And then I kind of said, right, there's no point to run him. I don't want to run 2 in that race. And so I kind of, in that particular case, I took the decision to take him out of that race just because I didn't feel the need to run 2 in there.
Now, I did see it was a 1 and a 2. How comes it wasn't a 1 and a 1A?
Good question. So in PA, I think it was in July, they moved to uncouple entries, same owner entries. So forever in PA, I mean, probably for as long as I can remember, actually, anytime this same owner put a horse in, it was always a 1-1A, right? It had to be a 1-1A. And what happens with that is if I want to put 2 horses in the race, and let's say Penn's trying to fill a race, typically the minimum number of horses needed to fill a race is 5. We've got a race going off here, 5 or 6, right? But so when I put a 1-1A and that counts as 1 entry, it doesn't count as 2 horses as far as they're concerned. So they split it because I don't remember the whole reason why they initially started with 1 and 1A, but they decided to split it. There's lots of other racetracks now that do that as well. So you won't see same owner entries ever coupled now at Penn. You should never see a 1-1A at Penn ever. I think that's all. I think that's PA in general now, actually. I think Parks, Presque Isle, Penn, all of them together.
Yes, and they are off and racing at Penn National Race 4. Shout out to the 60-plus people in the chat. If you haven't already, slam that like button down below, press share, and subscribe. Let everyone know we're just hanging out, betting on the horses live. Right now, 4 Harp is out front, the 6 horse at 3 to 5. In second on the inside is the 3 horse.
Come on, 4.
And on the outside is the 4 who is flying.
Come on, 4.
In second. 6, 4, 3, 2. The 6 horse is still out front, though, as they come around the final turn.
He's gone.
2? 2
The
maybe on
6
the
horse
inside? No,
is
6
out
gone.
front by about 3 lengths,
He gone.
and it's growing.
Yeah, he gone.
The 6 horse is going to win easy.
Yeah, he gone.
6, 2,
4.
4. 6, 2, 4.
So, Dave, I got a question for you. When you go to claim a horse, how much does it matter as far as conditions go versus how, I guess, how talented the horse is, or how well the horse fits in your barn versus the condition it would fit in as far as racing condition book?
Yeah, so I mean, I would say it's a balance of both, right? It's a balance of, how good does the horse look on paper and what kind of conditions do you have? There's many times that I'll pass on a horse that I think is a good horse, just because there's limited options. Like, to be quite honest with you, that horse tonight that ran there, just that horse 4 Harp that just won, I was saying it's a Razor, and I think it was Smooth Ed that was on earlier. I mean, I thought about that horse for $25,000. The problem is at a track like Penn National, it's tough for me to make my money back with a horse like that.
Right.
But but I've owned that horse's full sister before. Her name was Pink Princess. That horse's other full brother, Smooth B, is running 100,000 stake this week on the 28th or 27th at Parks. The horse has another full sister who's already a stakes winner at age 2. So that whole family just throws runners, and they're all by Woodgelia out of Catarica Disco. Woodgelia, Catarica Disco every single time. Almost all of them have made $500,000, every single one of them. They're all PA breds. So that horse I thought a lot about, but it's a horse, there's not a lot of conditions at Penn. So, there's a horse that I really liked, but, I just didn't think I had enough spots for it where I could get, what I would have paid for the horse back.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably came to Penn, right? So, they probably came to Penn knowing that no one at Penn National would give them $25,000 for that horse. I'd have to look that horse up. Let me just see here really quick. But like, if he would have put that horse in for $25,000 at Parks,
It would have gone easy.
he would have sold the horse at 100. So, that was an angle. Like watching this enough, like I knew he was bringing that horse here to try to get a win, and he knew no one at Penn would give $25,000. That's like the highest claim price. So
Right.
I oftentimes look for angles like that to claim a horse, right? Because I kind of know what that guy's doing. Like if you look at that horse, maiden special, maiden special, maiden special, allowance race, allowance race, allowance race. And if you look at the horses that horse was facing, I mean, they were some really tough runners in there. If you look at like Golden Candy, the horse that ran second in that race last time, was a next out winner in an allowance race. So, and Golden Candy won easy. Golden Candy won by 10 the other day.
Right.
And you got to figure too that he burned through his condition of 9L2 and 9 winners of one other than whenever he wins tonight. So that kind of makes it tough.
Yeah, so like claiming that horse, your options would have been Never Won 3 Life, 25, or you would have probably just gone to the PA allowance at Penn, which goes for like 31,000. So it would have been a nice score to get. You would have got 18 or 19,000. But till you pay the trainer, till you pay the jockey, you're not netting 19,000. And so you would have been still down another 10 or 14,000 just to get even on that horse. So I would have been limited in terms of options for the horse at Penn, but absolutely. I mean, that's a really nice horse. Someone might have dove in and took it.
Real quick, Harper was laughing at my hat. I don't know if you heard her. Good night to everyone.
Night, Harper.
Hey.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Have fun, okay? See you later, okay?
Later.
Have a good night. Am I wearing your hat? Whoa. All right, next up we have Penn National Race 5. Todd Hilton's in the house. What up, Todd? And shout out to Spencer Hughes. Just cashed a nice pick 3. Saddles and Sulky says, I tuned in late. Think Mr. Bush does an excellent job at managing his stable and its social media. Does he have any suggestions for tracks as to how they could do a better job with social media?
Oh, you're getting me on this one here. I've been all over Penn National. I think they're terrible at social media. They could do a lot better. I mean, tracks like Delaware, Parks has actually gotten really good, a lot better. They now have, is it Chris Griffin, who's their track announcer, who came from Texas. Where did he come from? Sam Houston, I think, right?
Yep.
And Chris actually does a lot in social media. He actually does a lot with Rich Perloff on TBG, which to me, I mean, that's what you have to do, right? I mean, a track announcer should
They have
also
an
be on
announcer
social
like
media.
cares.
Yeah, and I think, as Ed was saying, right, Ed was kind of shocked John Bogart's still there. I mean, I don't know how old John is, but I guarantee that he probably doesn't have a social media account. So, you've got someone like Chris Griffin who's really good at it, and then you've got someone like John who, I don't know, might not even have a smartphone at this point. I try to do some of mine, but I wish racetracks like Penn would do a lot better. Personally, I mean, I think that's part of the reason why, to me, that improves handle. You think about a lot of the guys that are on this, a lot of us, like we're all on social media, right? When I see Charlestown post something about a pick 5 carryover they recently had, I'm getting on that, right? I'm probably I'm throwing a ticket in there. And I think Penn and lots of racetracks could do a lot better, particularly if you want to connect with, Gen X, millennials, Gen Z, those that, are helping to boost your handle.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately, but they all care more about the casino than what they do racing, to be quite honest with you. So,
Oh, yeah. which is why Circa in Vegas doesn't even allow you to bet on horses.
No kidding. Wow.
Mhm.
Is that the place with that really cool pool
Yep.
with the
Yeah.
TV screen? They don't even allow you to bet on racing?
Nope,
Wow.
they don't have a horse book.
That's crazy.
Let's look at our next race. Looks like Penn National Race 5.
Is there
This is the start of the Pick 5 as well.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Penn National Race 5 is a 5.5 furlong race on the dirt. It's a mating claiming 25K race, 2-year-olds, and the purse is 18.1K. Look at some jockey trainer stats. The best jockey trainer combo was on the 1, 21%, and then the 3 horses at 20%. The best jockey is on the 1. The best trainer is on the 1. Penn National Race 5. Smooth Ed, who are you looking at here?
7235.
7235 for Smooth Ed. Spencer, who are you looking at here?
1, 3, and 5.
1, 3, and 5 for Spencer. Mikey P, what about you?
I have the 3, 5, 7 to close out the pick 3 here.
What was that again?
The 3, 5, and 7.
3, 5, and 7. Dennis, what about you? Penn National Race 5.
I have the 5 horse here. I like the breeding. Mine's in Cape Town. I think the sprint is what's going to be a benefit to this horse. But yeah, also too, I was going to say, I think that like fixed odds would help out horse racing as well. Since we was talking about how things would improve, and I know a lot of people are against it, but if you had the odds fixed in on some of these horses as far as morning line would go, you could get a hell of a price on some of them versus what they would go off at. So
Yeah.
I just thought I'd throw that
Yeah.
one out there.
I can. Yeah, bet 365. I can get fixed odds on horses. If I look at it early enough, I can get some pretty good prices for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Do they cut you off at a certain time with fixed odds? Like, is it up until a certain time that day, or?
No, like as long as the races are out, like right now, I could look at races for tomorrow and put in bets for tomorrow if I wanted to.
I'm surprised DraftKings and FanDuel stuff hasn't moved really more on that in the States, but
Mm-hmm.
You would think if the tracks wanted an advantage over them and take some more money, they would offer it individually. But I know there's a whole bunch of contract issues with TVGs and stuff like that. But
Well, it's because they don't want to. It would hurt them as far as money goes. It would hurt them, so that's why they don't want to do it.
yeah, I feel like, and obviously I'm new to this sport, but it seems like horse racing is kind of like baseball, like very resistant to change. We don't like to do anything different.
For sure.
And if you had like one cool track that was like, hey, here, this is the odds for tomorrow, they probably take a bunch more money from people like me, putting $5 on a fixed odds horse that I liked at 6-1, and then when he goes off, he's even money or less, and then it's like, oh man, I really like that horse. I got my $10 back.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do it in New Jersey? Does New Jersey have fixed odds?
Yeah, New Jersey's got fixed odds.
Yeah, I think New Jersey's
Well,
another
that's
state.
the thing is, I was going to say is I don't know if New Jersey has them yet, but I know it's coming at least. But if they have them, they have them.
Yeah, some
Yeah, it would be
overseas
nice.
like
Still would
Bovada
be
stuff
nice.
used to have it for bigger races, but not on an everyday basis.
Yeah. Well, that's another problem too is with the Derby when they have fixed odds out in Vegas right now. It's like, how do you know who's going to be in? And then by the time fixed odds is over with, it don't matter. They're gonna already odds change, so.
The real question is, can we single the one in the next race?
Thanks
did.
for bringing us back.
I did. I'm putting my faith in Dave.
I hope. I swear every time I'm tuned into your guys' show, I think I've run second or third or fourth. Take Me Home ran fourth once. I don't know.
Yeah, that was when Broberg was on the show.
Did he have any horses run while he was on?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had a couple run before.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know him, but he runs obviously a really good claiming stable. I mean, that's what he does. So, I mean, I think he owns most of the ones that he trains himself too.
Yeah, and he also just bought a training facility near Delta Downs as well.
Oh, nice.
It's amazing too. He's said on here before and gave us, well, this horse I like, this horse I like, this horse I don't like, and this horse I think's okay. And then he'll hit 2 out of the 4, and it's the 2 that he gave us, and it's like, wow,
Well, his history, right? And I'm sure he shared with you guys, but didn't he start as a handicapper and then became a trainer? Did he kind of take it? I mean, so that's what he was, so he wasn't really like a trainer. I mean, he was a handicapper and then was like, hold on a second. I can handicap, and part of the handicapping is just me claiming the horses and then running the back. I mean, he spots them well, right? And he's aggressive and he's not afraid to lose horses. And occasionally you pop one like, what is it, Greeley and Ben? I think he has right now, who is either most wins of any horse in North America or tied for or right up there, pretty close. So,
Yep.
I think he claimed the horse for 10,000 at Oaklawn last year or somewhere.
Coco Bunker says, I love the fixed odds on 365. You can get some great odds compared to the pools at most tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Do they limit your wager amounts, Benny? Like, can you only do so much or no?
No, you can. Yeah, no, it's especially with Bet365, depending on what usually your limit is or whatever. But yeah, you can. Like I know that Swifty, when because he was in New Jersey and they had Bet365 that he was using, he was throwing down thousands on horses early and getting better odds.
Yeah, that's nice. Well, and then you can kind of look at both, right? So he can probably see the live odds and see the fixed odds, and then determine which way he wants to go. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you said the fixed odds never cut off. You can bet them up until.
Yeah, I can bet. I could look right now and bet races for tomorrow, and also I could bet race obviously the prices are going to change tomorrow and whatever, right? But I could look at it tomorrow and right up until the race goes off.
Do they ever take a race off the board? So let me give an example. Like, let's say, in a race, look at the 6th race today where I had Pictorian and I scratched him. He was 5-2, right? The favorite.
Right.
But had he not been in there, I'm sure his name is Sue would have been 2-1 morning line. But because Pictor was in there, he wasn't. If the 6-5 shot gets scratched and you've got a 4-1, which is the second choice, do they ever take it off the board, or can you bet the 4-1?
Not that I've ever seen. I've never seen them just straight take a race off the board. They'll just immediately, if something gets scratched late, that other horse is just going to get pounded, and it'll just its odds will just drift.
But if it's fixed odds, it doesn't get pounded, right? You get the
if you bet it earlier, then yes.
Oh, right. Okay, right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it'll still,
right.
Yeah. If it still taking money late, it'll change, right? But if you locked in that price earlier, then that's the price you locked in, right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not fixed to the morning line; it's fixed to how, the wagers that they're getting.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Who has that 365 spin? That who offers that 365?
Yeah, Bet365.
Was that in America or is that at? It's a Bet365. Is that how you find it?
Bet365. Bet365. Yeah, I'm
I
not sure
think
if
you can only get
have
it in New Jersey, Ed, in America right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I think Twin Spires has conditional betting, but it's only on win bets.
Yeah, it depends on what they have as far as future odds, but that's normally for the Derby or maybe the Breeders' Cup. But yeah, they don't they don't like to do that in horse racing because, like you all said, if I want to sit here and, for example, tomorrow there's a horse that's 6-1. I want him at 6-1, and I feel like he'll get bet down to 2-1. Well, I'll bet him at 6-1 right now and just take those odds, for example. Like, then say tomorrow he goes off at 6-1, or 2-1, then I beat the bookies on that. But it's very hard to do.
Is anyone playing pick 5 here? Mikey P, Spencer.
Yeah, I put one up. I can throw it up again.
What are you playing in this leg?
Just the 3-7.
Three and the 7, leaving out the 2, leaving out the 5. Mikey, what'd you have in race 7?
Get over there. I kind of went wide there. I went 2, 3, 4, 8. I like that 3-horse a little bit. Lord of Hope.
Yeah. See, for me in this race, I got to exact 1, 2, 3 with 1, 2, 3, 8. But I think since we have owner on, I might as well say, like, if I was going to claim a horse from here, it would be the 4 and just run him in New York Stakes, not New York Stakes, but New York State bred races. Kind of like Finger Lakes type stuff. But since we have owner on, I might as well say it, right?
You're talking about this race at Penn, right?
Yeah, race 6. I got race 6. Oh, shit. Never mind.
Race 5.
Which race you want? Race 6?
6. We're on race 5.
I went 1, 3, 5, and then I went 1, 3, 4, 5, 2, 5, 8, 3, 5, and then I singled the 6 in the last race.
See, Dave, I'm drunk, so just forgive me, but I'm betting winning place in the 5 in this race here. I was on the next race, but go on ahead.
Yeah, I singled the 3 in the last leg. Just because it's a $1 pick 5, so I'm trying to make it.
You guys went with the 3 and the 6?
Yeah, Spain did.
Yeah.
Yeah, race 7, the 5-horse has a GSR rating that's crazy compared to all the other.
Yeah, that horse has got good brain. It's just he's not fast. That's the only problem.
Which one is this? What horse in race 7?
The 5, Shadow Boat.
All right.
I have that, yeah. I have that horse.
Yeah, but you could throw out the last race, right? He stretched him out. And obviously, the horse didn't want to go 2 turns, so.
Yeah. But the problem is, too, it's like the horse is so slow. I mean, I don't want to say it like that, but the horse is so slow. They had nothing else to do besides stretch him out 2 turns, and that didn't work. So they just have a slow horse.
Yeah, I like the 3-horse as my price there. Just for he's top pace and he's hit the board 5 out of 8 times at this distance. I don't hate that 5 though. If you want to use him.
Ed, who was your top horse here?
In
Race
race 7.
Oh man.
To me, my 2 must use in race 7 is the
Yeah, so I just said that.
6.
Did I not say that?
My 2 must uses in race 7 is the 6 and
I
8.
know. And For what?
Go ahead, Dennis.
Sorry, I think I cut out there. My 2 must uses in race 7 is the 6 and the 8.
Oh God.
Still got about 2 minutes until race 5. Damn, I don't know what to play.
It's tough.
This first leg is the toughest. Mikey, who'd you have in race 8?
Race 8, I had 3 through the 6. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Just 3-5 for me in that race.
Five, 6, 7, 2, 8. Oh,
We'll make another Ryan Ginger. I'll be right back.
all right, all good. 4 shot too. So when you come back, we're taking one of them too.
No.
All right, so shit.
Gotta get spitting warmed up. We got Japan going off in 31 minutes.
So who?
You're not down with the Sweet Japan race, bro.
Oh,
Urawa race 1. That's where it's all the action's at.
all of it, huh? All of it, every ounce.
We need to get Janning out of the track so he can give some live looks.
What'd you say?
We need to get Janning out at the track so he can get us some live looks.
Yeah, right. All right, so
Getting in the gate here at Penn.
cheap dollar ticket, all with the 1, the 258, the 6 with the 3 6. Are they loading up in the gate yet?
They're getting there. They got 3 horses loaded, 4 horses loaded.
Yep.
All right, Penn National race 5. Nelson. I played the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 in this leg. So I played the all in this leg.
And there they go.
Penn National
Holy.
All over the
race
place.
Holy.
5.
That start was awful.
They're off and
Jesus.
racing. Right now, the 7 horse is out front at 9-5. In second is the 2 horse Talented TJ at 7-2. In third on the outside, I believe, is the 5 News Item. 7, 2, 3, 5 are the top 4 horses. The 7 horse is still out front. On the inside, the 2 horse is coming on the outside. They come around the final turn and down the final stretch. The 2 is on the outside.
Two
The
gonna get it.
7 is on the inside. And the 2 is gone.
What a horrible
that.
start. That was
There goes
garbage.
that.
2-7-1.
Fun.
That's fucking garbage.
Yeah.
2-7-1.
Oh.
I'm glad
All
I
right,
pulled the
well-
off because I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, race is fucking ridiculous.
I'm going to dip on out of here. Merry holidays to everyone here on stream and on chat. Thank you all so much for watching us and supporting us. Especially, I'm surprised we've had a great turnout tonight. We appreciate it. But yeah, thanks, Dave, for coming out. Smooth Ed, as always. Thank you so much. Mikey P.
Thank you, Dennis.
Spencer, can't wait for more
See you,
Aussie
Dennis.
races. And Santa Claus, thank you for making a special appearance. I mean, Razor.
Anytime, Dennis. Have a good holiday, my man.
See you, buddy.
Yes,
Merry
Dennis,
Christmas.
have a good holiday.
All right. See y'all, I guess, next Wednesday, right?
See you next Wednesday.
All righty. Should be.
Okay.
All right, then, y'all. Have a good one.
See
You
you,
too.
Penn National 2713 is the final.
Joke.
You have to look up the age, but the jock who rode the 2, probably the oldest jock in the colony at Penn, Chris Baker. I want to say he's got to be in his 50s, maybe 60. Right?
Wow.
He doesn't win many races a year.
Nah, just the ones I'm not on.
Right? It always works that way, right?
What a horrid start, though.
I missed the start. What happened?
Everybody ping-balled off everybody, I think.
Oh.
Oh, man, that sucks. I guess we're on the pick 4 back.
Shout out to Turnsy in the house, as it's me and Turnsy in the Pub Sports Radio Fantasy Football Finals. Me and Turnsy are battling in the finals. Winner takes all. Also, shout out to Tennessee in college basketball. They are up 34-21 at halftime. We have Tennessee -1. Ace Wrecking says, cash it! Jay says, first year of riding for Chris Baker was 1978.
There you go. She's probably 16 or 18 then, so we have to do the math from then.
Next up, we have Penn National Race 6. Penn National Race 6. This race is 6 furlongs on the dirt. This is a claiming 16K race. 3 and up. And the purse is 18.1K. If we look at some jockey trainer stats, the best jockey trainer combo is on the 1. 20 races, 40%. The best jockey is on the 4 with Angel Rodriguez. And the best trainer is on the 1 horse. His name is Sue. We do have a couple changes. The 1 horse, the 2 horse, the 3 horse, the 4 horse all have new jockeys. The 4 and the 5 have new trainers, and the 5 is cutting back from 6.5 furlongs on synthetic. No changes on the 6. 7 horse is cutting back from 8.5 furlongs. 8 horse, new jockey, and the 2 is scratched. Penn National, race 6. We have the owner of the 1 horse. His name is Sue. Dave, tell us a little bit about this 1 horse.
Oh, let's see. So I claimed the horse Laurel Park probably about a year ago now. Lacey Gaudette claimed the horse for me. I used Lacey down at Laurel, claimed in June 2020, so it's been over a year. He's just a hard knocker. I mean, you look at his record this year: 14 starts, 5 wins, 5 seconds, 2/3. So he's missed the money twice. His last race and the other race he missed the money. He ran 4th, but he got beat a length and a quarter for everything. Tries every time. I'm sure he's going to try tonight. Is it going to be good enough? We'll see. But I know he's ready to go.
Bush Racing is.
Don't love the rail draw, if I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I swear this horse more times than not draws the rail, or at least draws the inside, it feels like. So, well, last time he was in this race, he was 1 of 9, 2 starts back.
His name is Sue. Morning line 3-1. Now 6-1.
Oh.
Penn National race 6. Mikey P. Who are you looking at here?
Well, I had the one signaled here for the pick 5. I'm going to run a pick 4 back here. I don't know, Dave, if you can answer this as an owner. I'm just curious your thoughts here. We have a guy in the chat. He's an awesome dude, Guillermo. He's been on the show a couple times. If you look at the 3 and the 3's workout 2 back, he had a bullet, or he's 1 of 37, and then he was 10 of 21 his next workout. We've kind of looked at that stuff as seeing some advantage there. Do you guys feel like if you get that good workout, then maybe you got what you needed and you're just out there just kind of working the horse, or can you explain anything a little bit on that?
Yes, you're looking at Studio B, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this horse is kind of interesting. I mean, I tend to not put too much into workouts. My current trainer loves to work horses really fast. The trainer that I had before this, who got out of it, he worked horses really slow. The exact same horses, when I transferred them from my old trainer to my new trainer, all of a sudden worked really fast to really slow. So I won't put too much into that. I'd also say, this is a very kind of old, antiquated way of actually timing these horses as well, too. I don't know if you've ever been, in a clocker's booth or something, but you've got 4 or 5 horses working at once. They've got 4 or 5 stopwatches in their hand, right? We're talking stopwatches here in 2021, not like a chip in the saddle cloth. And they're trying to look at a horse that sometimes is an obstructed view, sometimes not, and trying to hit the exact time when that horse hits a pole, right? So is it off? Is it accurate? Is it not? So I never put too much into workouts.
Okay.
Look, I mean, the horse popped the bullet and then they slowed him down. This horse is really interesting. Like there's a hole with this horse, right? Like something's wrong with him. Either has like a soft tissue injury, or there's something that like requires this horse to take 3 months, 4 months in between races. And another thing that's weird, I didn't see if there was another work that popped up, but we could check really quick. But I mean, look, he popped that bullet, then they worked him December 3rd, and then they gave him off 3 weeks into this race, which isn't kind of traditional. Actually, they gave him off 21 days into this race. So I'm guessing there's something that flares up on this horse. Either he's got some, like I said, some kind of soft tissue injury or something that, like, if they worked him really close to the race, they probably wouldn't be able to get him into the race. Right. Because, there's something going on there that you wouldn't just run a horse like that, every 3 or 4 months and work him 3 weeks before he runs.
Cool.
So I don't put a ton into works. That horse is obviously looks good on paper, but if you look at the field he beat last time out, it wasn't a really strong bunch, put it that way.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the insight.
But
like you said, I'm a newer guy than some of these guys to all this, and it's like it's hard when I've seen on Twitter where it can go either way. Like it's really accurate, it's really not when you're looking at workouts. So it's hard to kind of base your opinions on that stuff, especially like on a first time starter, or look, this horse has been improving. Look at his last 3 workouts, have been great, but it could all be absolute lies, and it's kind of hard to lean on that, but. I think with this race, Razor, I'm going to go with the 1 and the 4 and try and do a pick 4 and start there. I like this 9th hour horse, the Colt.
Yeah, I like that 4 as well.
1 and the 4. Spence, what are you playing here?
I actually really like the The 5 horse in this race. I think I might play a pick 4 as well. And use the 4 and the 5 for sure, and then I haven't consider maybe using the 3 as well, or maybe the 1. I think Mikey's 1 is pretty solid.
That's Dave's one.
Or Dave's
Just
one, sorry.
sorry.
Dave's 1, sorry.
He
And
owns it.
the 3 Studio B is obviously pretty solid too, but at that price, I don't know if I'd be sold on that. I like the 5 because he's the lone 4-year-old in the group. Has some early speed. We ran second last aired on the all weather. Sorry, having a hard time talking. At a big price. If he can catch the front here, I think we could get a decent price on this 5 horse Speedy Moonlight.
Cora's not a bad jockey either.
Smooth Ed, what about you? What are you playing here?
4-1-3.
4-1-3. And David, what about you?
I mean, I'm gonna take the 1. I think the other horse that's interesting to me is, if you'd say kind of the horse that I'm most worried about, I would say it's probably the 5.
Yeah,
You know,
I like that 5.
the Woodbine horses have been coming to Penn and just kicking. I don't know. I'll say kicking.
It's because
I don't know what words we can use. Yeah.
the surface, right? Like,
yeah, and you run the big fields up there, and the competition is typically better. Like, you look at this horse, I mean,
strong.
yeah, like, 8-horse field, 10-horse field throughout the Fort Erie race. I mean, that was its one dirt try, and it obviously ran a good race the one time it tried on the dirt. But the Woodbine horse has been coming to Penn like the last 2 weeks, I would say. In fact, I claimed one last week because I just got sick of losing to him. I was like, I'm going to claim one of the. I'm claiming one of these Woodbine horses because they're all coming in and just winning by open margins.
That's my track. I'm from Toronto.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. So I claimed a Woodbine horse last week named Jojo Mar. He won by like 7 or 8, pretty easy. But yeah, they've all been coming in and just running big. So that's the horse that I'm worried about.
For sure.
Race.
Now, do you race any horses in Canada?
I've not. I have some guys that send me horses to buy when the Woodbine meet ends, because most of those horses, obviously the better ones, I guess, maybe go south to run on the turf or something, but lots of them just kind of get turned out for the winter. So they don't come back and run until, like, Spenny, you would know when Woodbine comes back. Was it April, May, something like that?
They're gonna start. I believe it's in April. Yeah, they're gonna start in April this time. Yeah. Some of them will go to Gulfstream. Some of them will, like, Cassie and some of the bigger names will move over to golf, especially now that they have the synthetic running more often.
Turfway's not bad. You probably see some sneak into Turfway. Their purses aren't bad in Kentucky.
Couple here and there.
But yeah, so I claimed that one finally. But I've never bought, or I've never run a horse actually at Woodbine ever. I've claimed a couple that have come down from Woodbine, had some success. So I'm trying it again.
Right.
Coco Bongo's on the 7 horse here.
Yeah, the 7 was interesting a little bit.
We're talking about Penn National race 6.
I ran it back with a pick 4. Yeah, I went 1-4-5, 2-5-8, 3-5-6 for the pick 4. Okay.
Robert Land says, Dennis fell out on my beer run. I called it. Cash it. Yeah, he must have been drinking a lot. He didn't even make it an hour.
Yeah. Long day for him.
Must have had dollar margaritas.
Dollar margaritas. Got some
Penn National. We still got about 9 minutes.
Got some Aussie in about an hour and a bit.
what's that? Ararat?
Got Japan in 13 minutes. I don't know if you're here ready to fire on that.
Let me pull up the PPs.
Urawa?
Urawa. Yeah, this is not just North America. We play tracks across the world over here.
I had to text Mikey P said we're gonna have to text Matt.
Yeah, get the forms from Matt.
He said he lives 5 minutes from the track?
Oh shit. Where's the inside info then? He should be there
That's what
more
I told
often.
him.
You can see the track from his room or something.
Oh, damn.
The college football game started. Army in Missouri.
Oh, Missouri. Is that the only one on tonight?
The only college football game on, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like Missouri has the ball on their own 45. Big run as they run it down to Army's 42. Dirty Reg says, just please don't bet harness racing.
That's Dennis Garcia.
I was going to say, Dennis Garcia tells me to bet harness. I'll bet that shit.
The Mohawk specials.
Yeah.
Razor.
Oh, shit. What is that? You got a fresh bottle or something?
Some Crown Royal.
Is that the original Crown?
Yeah, it's just original. The OG.
I think I got some Crown here. Let me see what I got in the fridge. I do not have any Crown. I had Crown. Do not have Crown. Well, let's see
After a while.
I'm gonna drink some tequila rose.
Ooh.
See if I can finish this bottle tonight. Well, we got about 10 minutes until Japan. We got 6 minutes until Penn National, where our guy Dave has the one horse here. So we'll cheers to Dave. We can wish him luck. Cheers. Thank you for joining us, Dave. You are now a pubber for life. And cheers to everybody in the chat for joining us.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hopefully, we can finally get one to cross the finish line first.
Hey, there we go.
And touchdown, Missouri.
Woo!
There we go.
30-yard touchdown, rushing yards, 3 minutes into the game.
Jesus. Woo.
That's going to help our over.
There you go.
Oh, sorry, Mikey P. You got Army. It's early, Mikey. You got plenty of time.
Not worried about it.
How long do you guys keep this going for the night? Till what, Penn's over? Or do you just roll straight into Japan and then into Aussie racing? And
Yeah, I love the Australia races. Too.
For tonight, it'll just be Penn, but usually we go to midnight.
Oh, that's right, because you do Charlestown. Ugh.
Yeah, we usually have Charlestown, Mountaineer. Then sometimes you have Remington that goes till midnight.
Yeah, we have Remy.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than Charlestown, where they say first post is 7 o'clock and they're still in the paddock.
Oh, you're preaching to the
Oh,
choir.
you got no idea.
I just don't understand that place.
Zero-
Why don't they just
zero
change the
minutes
post
to-
time?
0 minutes to post means about 15 minutes for them to at least get back into the gate.
No, see, their time means when it says 0, that means they have to head to the track.
Yeah,
Theirs doesn't mean minutes till post. It means minutes till we head out to the track.
correct. Yeah,
Because that shit'll still, Okay, 0 minutes, and they'll still be walking around the paddock.
In the paddock, yeah, they'll be like, okay, all right, I guess this race isn't going off anytime soon.
Just makes no sense. I mean, Gulfstream kind of finally canceled their post-time drag. Now they even Laurel, canceled theirs too. I mean, they're both owned by First Bet or Stronach Group, and they both
has
now
definitely improved their timing in general. They've been a lot quicker than they used to be. I think they heard the people giving them a lot of shit, but Charlestown just doesn't give a fuck. They're so slow.
And it's not like they're $1 million races. They're like 5K. So what?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the crazy thing is, though, this year Charlestown had a record year. I think they handled, I forget what they did in total handle, but I think it was like 300 million something. It was like,
yeah, they did a huge year. Yeah,
incredible. I mean, the best year they ever had. So I don't know. Maybe there's something to be said for the drag. Maybe it works. I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Most of that Charlestown money probably came from us in this show.
Yeah, probably.
Right. Yeah, it always gets me. Like the 9th there the other night, I had a horse in the 9th last week or the second to last night they ran, and it was like 11:15 till it went off. Like, holy shit, jeez. I mean, 11:15.
Terry says, I love Happy Valley. Wednesday morning closers all day.
Hong Kong. Some Hong Kong. Happy Valley.
Has anyone ever been there? That track just looks awesome.
It looks gorgeous, right?
Yeah, it looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
There's just like mountains in the background and everything. It looks so nice.
We need to make that the Pub Sports Radio meetup.
Yeah. Jesus.
Dope.
They just had their big races.
2 minutes. What was that, Spence?
I said they just had their big races in Hong Kong. Their massive Longines, like $1 million races that they had there.
We have 52 likes right now. 52. So if you can, press the like button.
Gary in the chat said he used to live in Hong Kong.
Holy shit. 10 years. We're at 58 likes right now.
Keep smashing.
So once we get to, let's say, 65 likes, we'll take a shot. You don't got to twist my arm.
Yeah.
65 likes. So, Robert Land, I need you to tell your wife, your girlfriend, your burner accounts all to press the like button. We're at 60 likes. We need 65, and we'll take another shot. Penn National, race 6. We got 1 minute. Shout out to our guy Dave from Bush Racing on the 1 horse here. His name is Sue. Now, Dave, how did you come up with this horse's name? Did you think of it? Did it have the name already? How does that work?
Yeah, I already had the name. So you'd have to buy a horse that's never raced and has not been named. So it's typically 2-year-old or younger, and then you can name them. You can actually change a horse's name, but I don't know anyone that ever does it. It's just a lot of paperwork and a big process. So yeah, I had the name when I claimed it. His name is Sue. So yeah. I don't really go off name. I guess if you ask my mom, she's like, "What's the name?" That's the first thing she asks. "What's the name of the horse?" And if it doesn't have a good name, then she's like, disappointed that we claimed the horse. Like, oh, why did you claim the horse that name? I'm like, I could care less what the horse is named, right? As long as he's fast and he wins.
Exactly. As long as he's putting money in our pockets.
Now, have you got to name a horse before?
I haven't. No, we really don't have any young. I've never had a 2-year-old online. I've always been older. Yeah, I've got everything from like. I have a horse right now named Jessica, just Jessica. That's her name. I have this horse who his name is Sue. Everyone says, "Oh, Sue." No, his name is Sue. Right? Okay, I got it. His name is Sue. No. His name is Sue.
Is the full name of the horse?
Yeah. Trying to think some of the others I've got. There's nothing else that's really like.
How many horses do you have together right now, altogether?
I think it's 18, so 17 now because I lost introspection. So 17 at the moment. Yeah. I've got one running in Stake next week. Kayla Soar, she's either going to run in the Will on the Move at Laurel or in the Mrs. Claus at Parks next week. So see how she does. I'm trying to decide which way we're going to go there.
Right.
Alex, I'm on the 1, 3, and 5.
What goes into like choosing which stakes race? Like, is it just kind of like who else is going to be in the race, or?
In this case, yeah. I mean, because these stakes run like 2 days apart, and
Right.
I'm at Penn, so I go 2 hours to Parks or 2 hours to Laurel. They're the same distance for me.
Right.
With stakes races, you can enter the race, and if you scratch, you don't get like a penalty. So if I scratch out of a race at Penn National, like Pictor scratched tonight, he can't run for 10 days. So he's got 10 days of a penalty because I entered and didn't run him. In a stakes race, because you pay to enter the race, so I paid a nomination fee and an entry fee, that's basically your penalty is that,
You're losing, you just lose your fee. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
So I kind of nominated both, entered both just to kind of pick and choose. One of them was only $100 to enter. The other one was $500. So, but the person on each of them was 100,000. So, I'll just kind of see what enters in them. I can see now.
Now, do you want people to bet your horse or not bet your horse?
I'd prefer not. I feel like there's tons of pressure when I have a horse like 3 to 5, like introspection. And there's lots of pressure too. Is like when you own the horse, when it's 3 to 5, you just have this expectation like it should win, right? And that doesn't mean anything other than what everyone else thinks, right?
Exactly.
So it hurts more when you don't win at 3 to 5, like when introspection didn't win. But
because you still get the same percentage no matter what your odds are at.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't matter for me. So it's exactly. Yep.
Penn National race 6. They are off and racing. Shout out to the 55 people in the chat. Appreciate you guys all for pressing the like button. We are now at 63, so we need 2 more so we can take a shot after this race. Penn National race 6. It's a tight race right now. The 5, 3, and 7 are the top 3 horses here. The 5 is on the inside. The 3 is down the center. And the 7 is on the outside. Here comes the 1 down the center. He's trying to find some room.
Yep.
And he does. They're coming down the final.
Come on, 1.
The 3's down the center. The 1 horse is flying on the outside. The 3 is on the inside. They're battling.
No, the 3. Oh, the 3 snuck it back.
3 and the 1
Nailed me.
photo.
Brutal.
I thought the 1 had him for sure.
Thought the 1 was going to run away.
Jesus.
3 just battled back.
I thought we had it. 3 kept coming.
Yeah. Fuck. Inquiry.
Oh, what it is.
Inquiry. I did not see that.
Interesting. It's pretty immediate too, so.
Yeah, that was fast. They didn't have to
Or
think
anything
about
even.
that. Remember when Carl Broberg was on and he had an inquiry and got pushed up to first?
I bet you was loving that.
3 horse went off at 8 to 5.
Shit.
I thought I had that turning for home when I ranged up.
I know. So bad, man.
I didn't see what the inquiry was. It's interesting they posted
Neither
it.
did I. Didn't. Yeah, it didn't look like it was a lot. Like there was.
I mean, I missed them coming out of the gate. Did anything happen out of the gate?
But he said it was the run down the stretch, I thought.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
I mean, it just went off now. The inquiry sign went off. So maybe there wasn't anything.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's just a photo.
Army has the ball 4th and 1 on the 24-yard line, and they are going for it, and they get it.
Interesting.
It still says unofficial. They put
Oh,
the
no,
one up.
One. They put the one up.
Wow!
The one up.
you
You got
serious?
it.
Yes.
1, 3, 8, 5.
He might have gotten
Let's
the
go,
Bob.
guys.
He might have gotten the Bob.
That's how
Press
you get a
the
photo.
button. Shot time. Yeah.
Wait till it's
There we
official.
go.
Wait till it's official. It's unofficial at the moment. Wait.
1, 3,
Oh, I gotta see this one
8,
again.
5.
I will say.
They gotta show the
camera
photo.
angle at Penn- The camera angle at Penn is typically outside, gets up, but I didn't think I had a shot there. In
No,
fact,
neither did I.
I already text my trainer saying,
It's
Official.
official.
What?
I already text my trainer saying that jockey can't finish. Get him off. So now I need to.
Yeah.
Can you recall a text message? Does anyone know? It's not like an email, is it? Can I recall that?
Bring it back. Delete.
That was cool.
Wow. Oh,
Big
right
Egg, I had
there.
it, guys.
Wow.
Nice.
I thought we were
Wow.
dead there. All right. Well, pick four stays alive. Let's go.
Yeah.
He
Moving
actually
on.
paid.
Right?
I mean, he
Great.
paid $680, so it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
To be honest.
No, it's good price. Yeah.
Yeah, ended up going off at 2 to 1. I want to see the photo.
I do too.
Jesus.
I wonder if the inquiry had anything to do with it.
Maybe. That's crazy.
Because to me, I thought the 3 got up.
So did I.
I thought it was pretty close.
It was close,
And,
but
and
like
I don't know. Some of these night tracks, like the cameras, looks like it's a little offset.
it is a little off. It seems not on the line, or it's put. It's not like straight on. I feel like I've had that problem with Penn before, like a couple times, where I feel like I should have won, or and then all of a sudden, the other horse gets put up, and you're like, what the fuck?
Well, I think it was because we took the shot before the race went off.
Thanks, guys. I needed that one bad.
Hey, there you go.
Good.
It's awesome, man.
It's been a month of seconds for me, to be honest with you. I think
Right.
I think if you would have asked me which horse was going to win tonight, I would have said Introspection was going to win. But I guess maybe the break and what else got us. But
Right.
I didn't think he had it. I want to see the photo here. In fact, I'm going to go screenshot it. So I'm just trying to pull up the race on my phone
Yeah,
so I can
please.
screenshot this because
Yeah, I'm still waiting. They still haven't showed it.
I don't
what's
think
crazy
they will.
is this horse has won 2 races like that this year. So if you look at his form, and not expecting you to go back and look at the replay, but if you watch the race on September the 8th, where he won by a nose, you'd never think he won that race either. So I guess he's just really good at dropping his nose right on the wire. I don't know.
Huh? Sure.
If you watch that one, you'd say 0% chance.
Yeah. Literally.
Sorry, guys.
No worries. Wow, that's awesome.
Oh, here's the photo.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Yeah. Easy winner.
really?
I mean, I did think he was dropping his head, but
Wow.
it looks like from the angle of live racing that 3 was ahead of him.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, it must have been the Bob, right?
He
I
did
can't
have his head
believe
down.
that's like a good 3 inches, right? I would have
Yeah,
never
that
thought it was
an
that.
easy winner.
Wow, that is
But that angle's like from their back right. And
And
Right.
then look at my jock.
ahead.
Look at my jock standing up.
Yeah. He can't
He
close
loses
though.
that
He
photo.
can't close. Get him off here. Get off.
I mean, standing up. Come on, these guys.
holy bro.
Yeah, tell him he's got to cross the finish line before he can stand up.
Wow.
You think these guys like were Arad Ortiz or someone that makes millions of dollars. Like these guys, they got to work hard for their wins and and everything, and you can't ride an extra foot. Like it just.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know. I mean, they all want to be like Irad and like Joel and those guys, that pose at the finish line. So, it's cool to kind of, pop up and stand up right away. But when you don't time it right and you lose the race, then you look like the dummy, right?
Yeah. It's
I
happened.
mean, if he was on the other side of that photo, we'd all sitting here going, what the hell's he standing up for?
Right.
That was like Jose earlier in the year. He fucking did that a bunch, I'm pretty sure.
I know Irad's the best jockey. Sorry, I wasn't talking anything bad on Irad.
No, hey.
I don't think there's too many fans.
Don't worry. We're all not. We know Irad's good, but he also does some shady ass shit, and it's been shown. So
That was bad. He was the one that dropped that kid, wasn't it? And he got 30
yeah,
days.
man.
That was terrible. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I was watching that race because I was going to claim a horse out of that race, and I mean, he seriously just came down, looked back, smacked him, and then looked back again.
It's funny to me because everybody calls Paco dirty, and everybody does, and he punches Paco for fucking that one race, and then Irad does this shit every fucking week, and nobody does anything to him. Somebody needs to fucking put Irad in his place.
But what
I mean,
does he have to get put in his place
winner?
when no one punishes him? Like, I feel like every time he runs an aqueduct, it's like every time there's an inquiry, it always goes his way.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't know. Oh, he's a great guy.
Even 30 days in the middle of the winter, do you think that guy's mad?
Yeah. Extended Christmas break. Thanks.
Yeah, literally.
I heard he went to Puerto Rico and raced anyway.
He was riding that next day in Puerto Rico.
Well, I mean, until they actually, do the suspension, it always takes a couple of days, and then typically jocks appeal it, and then normally what happens is it's like a week, and then they appeal it, and the appeal always drops it down like half of what it was. He didn't even appeal it, so he was just like, "Sweet, I'm out."
Yeah, he knew it. Yeah, and it wasn't like it was. It's not like 30 racing days. It was 30 calendar days. So like in reality, there's a bunch of break anyway and all this other shit. So it wasn't even that bad.
Aqueduct's been off for the last 10 days.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
like
he's probably gonna actually head down to. Doesn't he normally do Gulfstream? I think he'll probably head to Gulfstream here soon.
Yeah, he does. He'll probably go to golf. Yeah. Especially because the Pegasus is coming up.
Right.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got 66 likes. So I think it's time for a shot.
Ooh.
I think we just saw a nice win by our guy Dave from Bush Racing. So I think we have to take a shot for him too.
There we go. Thanks for riding him home, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, man. We all have him.
He was the only positive guy, I mean, I'm sitting here texting my trainer already saying, take that jock off. Don't ride him again. Guy can't finish.
Idiot standing up in the line.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Pub Sports Radio. And shout out to Bush Racing. Cheers.
Cheers.
To everybody.
Cheers.
Oh.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Hiya!
Let's
As
go.
my friend Jimmy the Bag would say.
Yeah.
Army did miss a field goal, which sucks. Shout out to Stephanie Landy. Says, where's my Pub Sports shirt for putting up with Bobby Landy? I've been a good girl this year. You deserve a lot more than just a shirt for putting up with his ass. I'll tell you that. Richie Collins in the house says, cheers, everyone. Happy holidays to all. Cash it. We are now at 66 likes. So let's make the next number 75. Once we get to 75 likes, what the hell? We'll take another shot. Coco Bongo says, Joel Rosario is my favorite. Has won me the most money over the years.
Well, yeah, I don't mind Joel.
Dave, sorry. Missouri's about to score. Any jockeys that don't race anymore? Did you have any of those jockeys race for you before? Do you have like a favorite jockey who doesn't race anymore?
Not really. It doesn't race. I mean, I'm sure there's certainly some, that don't race, but no one really comes to mind. I mean, we had a really good horse in New York that I claimed like a year, maybe 2 years ago now, January, and Joel used to ride her, so that was really cool. Joel rode her a couple of times and won on her. In fact, he won on her down at Oaklawn. I shipped her to Oaklawn on Arkansas Derby Day, and she won the very first race of the undercard with Joel up. So it's always cool when you can get a guy, particularly someone like me. I run a small stable, Penn National, Charlestown, Laurel, and it's cool to have a guy like Joel or someone like that up on one of your horses.
Oh, yeah.
you don't really tell him much in the paddock. You know, some of these other guys, you kind of tell him how you want to ride the horse. You know, Joel, you just leg him up and say, "Do your thing, man."
Yeah,
If you do tell him anything, he just kind of rolls his eyes at you, like, "Yeah, right."
Yeah, I've heard.
And then he goes out and does whatever he wants.
Yeah, that's so funny. I feel they just have like a natural feel for it, eh?
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, Joel's got really soft hands. I mean, he's just, you know, he's one of the best riders in terms of just getting a horse comfortable, relaxing him. And yeah, I mean, what are you going to tell a guy that's a future Hall of Famer? Like, you know, I mean, you can tell him whatever you want when the gate opens. You know, that's why you hire someone like Joel.
Size is probably my favorite at the moment.
Yeah, there was a rider at Penn for a while, and he's now at Gulfstream, Edwin Gonzalez, who was really good at Penn. I mean, he dominated Penn National. I mean, like, he was basically winning 3-4 races a night. He's like the Boca Chica of Charlestown.
Right.
My best analogy.
Yeah,
and he was awesome. Now he's down at Gulfstream. He went to Gulfstream like a year ago, and he's been down there for the past year. But he used to be our go-to guy. I mean, he would ride everything for us when we were at Penn.
How hard is it to get a top jockey, Dave? Is it pretty hard to get one, or?
So for Kreiser, just because he's the top trainer at Penn, I mean, a lot of those guys want to ride for him because, you know, he's got, you know, I don't know, probably 40 horses, and he's got a lot of good stock, and, you know, he wins a lot of races. So for him, you know, it's not as hard. But if I was an owner with someone who, you know, a trainer that wasn't the top trainer, yeah, it can be tough, and it can be really frustrating too, Ed, because, you know, you might have a jockey who always rides your horse, and so he's used to the horse, and so you like him on the horse, and all of a sudden, you know, another trainer, the leading trainer, you know, puts a horse in and says, well, I want him. And then he goes and rides theirs. And here you are now with some kind of jock who never has rode your horse. And, you know, so it can be really frustrating. Yeah. I mean, I'm fortunate that we used him. But yeah, it can be really tough. When I did use him, it was very frustrating.
Yeah, because I know you see races. I don't think there's any race I look at that don't have jockey changes. Sometimes there are 4 or 5 and 6 in a race.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of that probably, if you look like at Penn, it's probably, you know, jockeys coming in from out of town that either, you know, like sometimes, like, for example, today Parks ran, right? So, like, if you're riding in the last race at Parks, there was no way you would have been able to get to Penn National for the first or second. So, you know, because Penn enters like 5 to 7 days before the races, the trainer might have named a jockey on because maybe he didn't know what races he had at Parks, or he didn't know what race it was going to be carded for at Penn. So all of a sudden, then when the overnight comes out and that's carded for the first race of the night, and all of a sudden that jockey has a ride, let's say the 9th at Parks, well, there's no way he's going to make it. He either takes off his mount at Parks and comes to Penn, or he stays at Parks and rides there. So oftentimes that's why you see changes with jockeys that are coming in from out of town. If there's other changes, it's probably, I don't want to assume, but it's probably, you know, sick at this point. You know, obviously everyone's kind of on pins and needles right now. So someone's got a little bit off, or they're not feeling good. They're like, get out of the jock's room.
Now, how do you have Timothy train most of your horses?
So Tim's got all my horses at Penn National. And then I use Anthony Ferrier down at Charlestown and at Laurel. And I think he's like number 2, maybe at Charlestown behind Rumko. And then I use Ray Handel in New York. And so Ray actually has my horse right now. He's got a string of horses at Turfway. So I saw the chat about me claiming turf horses if I ever do. Someone had put a comment out there. I tend not to, but I happened to claim a horse the end of the Belmont meet, or was it Aqueduct meet, who I thought could run on dirt, but actually its form was turf, and, you know, but it had run a really good race on dirt, and it turned out just didn't want the dirt. So I shipped that horse down to Turfway. So that horse is down there right now. I just ran a second about 2 weeks ago for 25,000. So I ran a really good race on the on the synthetic. So I'll keep that horse there. It's tough though. If you want to run in the Northeast, like, there's no point to have turf horses. Like, I hate to say that, but it's very, very difficult to have turf horses in the Northeast. You know, it rains off the turf. And then the fields are really big, so you don't always draw in. And, you know, it's very, very frustrating. The 1 or 2 that I've had, it's very, very frustrating.
Yeah, I felt like Delaware Park and like Parks were like off turf for months this year.
Oh yeah.
And if you have a turf horse, what do? Like, you know, all you can do is keep entering, and then you train the horse up to a spot, right? And then all of a sudden the race doesn't go. So now you're like, okay, now I need to pivot. Okay, well, now where I'm going to go, and then so yeah, it's really tough.
Right. No, totally.
Jay says, what does Dave think of Kevin Patterson's win percentage?
I don't want to speculate in anyone on this. It's not fair. I mean, we all have our opinions about everyone, right? Everyone's a little bit different. So it's eye-popping, put it that way.
That's okay.
But you notice the one thing that's funny about Kevin is how often do you see him win a race longer than 4.5 furlongs? I mean, I think his record's like 0 for 20 in the last year. Any horse going more than 4.5, or maybe more than like a 1-turn sprint somewhere.
Right. That's
Any
all you
horse
can.
could go 2 turns anywhere.
That's all you can have. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Jesus.
Well, next up, we got Penn National Race 7. This race is 6 furlongs on the dirt. It's a claiming 5K race, 3 and up. The purse is 11.8K. If we look at some jockey trainer stats, the best jockey trainer combo is on the 4. Best jockey's on the 4. And the best trainer is on the 8. We do have a couple changes. The 1 horse is scratched. The 2 horse has a new jockey off synthetic on the dirt. The 3 horse has a new jockey, no changes on the 4. The 5 horse is cutting back from 1 mile and 70 yards with a new jockey. The 6 has a new jockey, new trainer. The 7 horse, no changes. The 8 horse has a new jockey. Penn National Race 7. We got about 7 minutes. We're at 71 likes. We need 75 likes to take a shot. So we need 4 more likes to take a shot.
What do you guys have
Penn
here?
National Race 7. Who do you like here, Spence?
I got the 2, 5, and the 8 for the pick 4.
You said the 2, 5, and 8?
Yeah, 2, 5, and 8.
Smooth Ed. Who do you like here?
8, 2, 4.
8, 2, and 4 for Smooth Ed.
Mm-hmm.
Mikey P, what do you like?
I had the 2, 3, 4, 8 for the pick 4.
Who's your top horse here, Mikey?
I think the 8's my top horse. I really like this 4. I'd go 8, 4, 2 probably as my top 3, and maybe the 3rd is just the number 3 horse is a long shot.
And Dave, are you playing anything here at Penn National Race 7?
I would go 2, 8. I think the 2 probably wins pretty easily here. This is back to that Woodbine angle. You can see what the Woodbine horses have done. So Chirk Cop has brought in 6 horses that he's run so far. 3 of them winners that he's brought down Woodbine this year, and they're all Woodbine shippers. Yeah.
3 winners and 1 third. Yeah.
Third, yeah, you're right. So the horses who haven't won, one of them ran yesterday. A horse name. What's the horse's name? It's not even showing up here. I think it was Amy's Link. She was just not in a great spot, but ran a good race. So yeah, they've all been firing. I mean, how many horses run at Penn National that were a $50,000 OBS purchase previously trained by Todd Pletcher and Eclipse Thoroughbred Partners?
Yeah.
Pedigree alone, he can probably win this race on 3 legs.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's also an Oklahoma bred, so add a little twist into it.
Yeah, I like the 2 and the 8 as well. I like the 5 horse as that price, Shadow Boat.
Yeah,
so
the 5 I like.
2, 5, 8.
I like that 5 quite a bit. 6 is kind of interesting though.
Tuck a buck away. Won his last time out. 5.5 furlongs.
Coming out of Finger Lakes though, which is probably not the greatest competition.
What about the 4 horse? Did you guys see anything on the 4 Temple High?
Yeah, I like that horse.
So did I.
It's got early speed. Hasn't raced in 50 days, but it's ran this distance 3 times. Won once, come second once.
Something happened that last time. I mean, I didn't watch the replay, but the comments broke in, bumped. I mean, the horse didn't make the lead, which was pretty surprising.
Yeah, he broke in and bumped.
Yeah, so I mean, like considering that the pace wasn't that fast, I would guess that it probably pretty much took the horse out of the race.
Yeah.
It looks like the horse that needs the lead, though. So, I mean, it's only 2 wins. We're gate to wire. If it doesn't get the lead, it gets a little bit of dirt in its face. I think the horse is pretty much done.
Doesn't like it, yeah.
They're kind of tough horses. I mean, I didn't look what else is really in the race. Is there any other pace? I mean,
The 8 and the 2 are should be up there, but the 3 maybe.
yeah, he should be. I mean, he might be able to get the lead. He's probably all right here. I mean, I when you have a speed horse, I would worry about outside speed that would cover him up. So, like anything inside of him is okay.
Yeah, it's that
If
8.
there's a horse outside of him that's going to cover him up or like put him between horses in a tight spot, he just doesn't look like he's a horse with a lot of heart. Like he's not going to fight through a position like that. He's probably going to back out of it.
He'll just die out, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Penn National race 7. We still got about 6 minutes. Spence, did you play EVD?
This next one, did I? No, I missed this one. They still got some time. They're about to go off. From pace figures speed figures, the 10 looks pretty tough at 4 to 5. But if anything, that 1 and the 8 look pretty solid too. Actually.
Yeah, I was looking at that one as well.
Yeah, I go put the 1 and the 8 on top.
I got 1, 5, 6, 7.
Do 1 win. 1, 8 over 1, 8, 5, 10. 1 win. Been an apolitical jest. Horse.
Mikey, who do you like at EVD?
I was looking at this one a little bit. Not super sharp on the.
That 8's really interesting too. So he ran 3 times. He's been second twice, third once. He's got good speed rating. Finished 3rd last time out.
I was for a price. I was kind of looking at the 7, but he's kind of. I know it's like outside inside. I think here.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's coming out of a bigger race.
Coco Bongo says, "Can Army please score some damn points?"
Just got a touchdown.
There you go.
Then he says, "Touchdown, Army!"
Touchdown. Oh, there's New Zealand coming up in 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Oh. Mata.
go. That's good for the over. A touchdown there. Puts us at 17 with 14 minutes left in the first half. EVD is up.
72 likes. We need a couple more.
Yeah, we're at 73 likes. We need 2 more likes so we can take a shot. Press the like button. I need another shot.
Ah,
Shit. You're going to pull my leg and twist my arm. I
just
guess
yanking it.
EVD race 6. They're still walking around. I like this one horse a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try an ice cold here. 1 over the 5 over the 6-7. Robert Land says I'm twisting. Dirty Reg says you sound like you've had enough shots. Alex Cundiff says, what does EE have for top pick? EE for top pick at Penn is 827 are the EE picks, and the best win percentage is 284. 284. EVD race 6, they're loading up in the gate for this very long 300-yard dash. Robert Land says Dirty Reg Razor can go all night long. It's only $8.50.
I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on the 7. 3 to 1.
Yeah, I like that 7.
Nope, somebody just broke through.
That looks like the 6 horse, but they caught him. So I think they're going to load him back up. Mikey D in the house. Shout out to Mikey D, says the 6 broke through the gate. Spencer Hughes says he needs some Aussie.
Yeah, they haven't started yet. They start up soon, I think. I was just looking at that New Zealand race with that's coming up in a couple minutes. I'm gonna put it in right now. I like the 2, 6, and the 1 at Aussie. Sorry, at New Zealand, Mata.
Stephanie says, I'm trying to watch TV. I can hear you from the bedroom.
Yeah, 261 and 261.
EVD, they're off. Looks like the 1 horse is out front, but the 1 horse is crossing over to the front of the track. And it's going to be close. I think the 1 might have got out, but it's going to be close.
Come on, 1. Tell me the 1 got there. At the showing the 1, I think. Or are they showing the 10?
Might be the 8.
The 8? Oh, I have the 8. I think the 8. I got 1 8 on top.
They're showing the 8. The 8 went off at 9 to 1.
Let's go, baby. Get that 8 up on top. Tell me.
Photo here.
There he is,
It looked
yeah.
like the 8 to me, but
If the 1 would have
8-1?
stayed straight.
8-1? 8-1, baby. Let's go.
8-1 or 8-1-10.
Who's on the
8-1-10,
outside?
cash it. Let's go. Exact and try, baby. Let's go.
Was that the 10 on the outside?
Yeah, 8-1-10. Let's go.
Damn, what is the results? Hurry up and
Yeah.
show them.
I think it's 8-1 or 8-10. 8, 1, 10. Go.
10. There
Let's
you
go.
go.
Oh, baby.
Nice job.
1.
Dead heat with dead heat, the 1 and the 10.
Oh, wow.
So I get 8, 1 and 8, 10. I think it's try for both.
Spencer She says, I'll be honest, I'll just blindly follow Spencer. Cindy likes the 4 at Urawa. Oki says, Stephanie, my wife looks at me every time Razor says shout out.
I'm going 1, 2, 6 and 1, 2, 6, 16 at New Zealand. And 1 to win.
I'm on 1, 2, 7.
Stephanie says, hit the like button so he can take a shot.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
What race are you talking about? Urawa?
I was New Zealand Mata.
Oh, okay. Is that what you're talking about too, Mikey?
Yeah. We're off at Penn.
Penn National Race 7. They are off and racing. Right now, the 4 is out front along with the 8. The 8 is out front now. Gator 52 along with the 4. Here comes the 2 on the outside and the 7. The 2 horse has moved to the front.
Get up, 2.
Caduro. They are coming around the final turn, and they are 3 wide with the 4, 2, and 8. But the 2 is poked out to the front. The 6 is flying on the outside. The 8 is trying to come back on the inside. But the 2 is looking too strong.
Too strong.
And it's going to be a 2-6, maybe 2-6-5-8. Looked like it was 2-6-5-8. The 2 horse went off at 8-5. Eight to 5. The 2 horse won easy.
I'm shocked you went 8-5. I can't believe they bet the 8 horse down that low. Silliman horse.
Yeah, the 8 horse went off at 4-5.
Yeah. I mean, 8-5 is not terrible on the 2. I mean, considering he's 9-5 morning line and you almost got that, given how good those Canadian horses have been running when they come down to Penn, I would have never thought that.
Yeah, it's looking like a blind bet now. Anything from Woodbine that comes to Penn.
Yeah, I mean they've been that tough. I mean it's really you have to play them.
2, 6, 5, 8 is the final. And that is going to pay nice. Dollar Exacta pays $28.90. 50-cent try pays $97.65.
Has anyone hit anything tonight?
Nothing big. Spencer just hit the exact in the try at EVD, but nothing big.
Look like bombs at New Zealand.
I think we're gonna have to move over to New Zealand.
What do you think?
54-1 just won. There's a photo for second and third, and the 70-1 was in fourth.
Jeez.
19.
19 horse at 54-1. Spence, why didn't you just tell me to bet the 19 horse to win?
He might be frozen, or he's shocked by the results.
I think he's shocked by the results. Let's see what is up next. EVD, Gosford. Penn National Race 8. I think Penn National Race 8 is next. Quick update on the college football game. Army's driving again.
Jesus, yeah, that's gonna pay huge. 54-1 over an 8-1 over a 6-1 over a 70-1.
I say your computer was so shocked it froze.
Yeah, I guess so. Holy Jesus, that's gonna pay monster.
Army has the ball. Oh no, I'm sorry. Missouri has the ball. Second down, and they are in the red zone.
All right, what do we got next here?
I think. I guess EVD would be next.
Oh, there's Australia, Gosford, the first race, and then Penn. I'm gonna look at Gosford.
Oh yeah, Gosford race 1. Dave, you ever cap outside of the United States?
Oh, after I've been drinking a lot.
Welcome to the show.
That's how it started.
I mean, I don't. I mean, I don't really do a lot of capping. I just, if I'm kind of doing it, it's like when I'm betting the trotters, I'm just picking numbers and picking names, and hoping
Right.
things work out.
There's a program for like Australia, New Zealand, and some of the other ones. It's just called RaceNet, and they at least just give you like same thing as some other forms where it's just like a basic kind of early speed, middle speed, late speed, and then just kind of give you the form breakdown.
Oh, nice. So it's like an app. It looks like I just did it looks like it's in the. Or is there actually like a website as well?
There's a website, and you can and it'll show you like all of the races that are going on across overseas.
What was that name again, Spence? RaceNet.
RaceNet, yeah.
Missouri just kicked a field goal. It's now 13-7.
That would be Australia A, yes. Spencer. Aussie A, yeah.
I didn't like anything on the late double here at Penn. I feel like these next two races, I don't think they're chalk fest.
Yeah, what do I got here for?
In fact, even in the last, like the 9th, I think something could.
The 9 was interesting.
Blow up the total. Like I'm looking at Pecopson Station here at 12-1.
I got 3-5 in the next race.
In the next 3-5 in the maiden
Well,
race.
this 6 isn't going to go off at 11-1, right?
Which race is that?
Penn National.
Oh, right in the 8th. Yeah, I don't know. 2-1 morning line, 11-1 now.
They There was a couple of horses that I had, I had a feeling on them, but I really couldn't get a grasp. But that 4-horse was interesting. Bound by Truth.
Yeah, the whole race is, right? I mean, you've got, Flint Stites has 2, Bill Stites has 2, and Bill's his son.
Right.
So between the Stites, they make up half the field. They're 4 of the 8 runners. It's just it's like a race full of a bunch of people. Like Joey Martinez doesn't run a lot of horses at Penn. He's none of that. Michael Catalano is chipping, I think, the 6-horse in from Parks. Hildegrass, I mean, that horse is probably coming in from, it was at Finger Lakes. It ran at Penn last time. And then you got the 1. I mean, this 1 is a little interesting to me, just given the fact that it's getting class relief. I mean, it's been off a little while now, but I mean, look at Zalalis has a positive ROI, 100.
Is there like the only thing about the one that I threw that I didn't like as much, like he's gonna close. That's the thing. Like, but is there gonna be a lot of pace where there's gonna be a pace battle and he's gonna be able to close down, or is he just gonna be too far behind? Like that was my biggest thing about the 1.
I honestly have no clue what he's going to do because his form, his lines are so bad, and he's been off now for 6 months that, like, I don't know, he might make the lead, and I wouldn't be shocked. I have no clue. He just looked interesting to me at a price, 13-1 right now. Like, if you look at the rest of these in this field, I mean, at least he's getting significant class relief. He's running against Maiden Special Company.
For sure.
And he got beat 7 lengths by Jenna's little, I don't know what the name of that horse is, but if you look in his debut, and that horse, that horse was the next out winner in a $45,000 allowance race at Parks.
Yeah, I would say
he only got beat 7
1
lengths.
in the 4. Yeah, the 1 in the 4 would be like the outlier prices that were interesting to me for sure.
Yeah, it's just a weird race. Like, it's one that I'd almost want to play all if I had like some kind of a ticket that.
Right. Yeah, you're just not sure. It makes sense. I already have 3-5 in the pick 4 that I'm live to. I could play like a 1-4 and to something else, and the other as a double as like a backup.
I mean, 7-5 on the 5? No way.
Yeah,
I would take 7-5 on any horse in this race.
Yeah.
I mean, even the 6 horse, it's 2-1. I mean, he hasn't run since May.
Right. I have him. I have the 6 going off probably closer to about 4 or 5-1. The 3 or the 5 will be the favorites. It seems like the 5 is taking the money for now, but
Rob Greer's in the house. What's going on, Rob?
yeah, you know what? I might play it just like a small.
Looks like the
double.
3. I mean, the 3.
Yeah,
the
the 3.
To the 3 is only $6.
Right. I'd do a small 1-4 to the 3-6 in the next race for a daily double, just as a backup.
Yeah, I like the 6 here the most.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm loving that 5-1 price.
What was that first?
I don't think he's going to drop too much below that Razor. I think he's probably going to be 4-1, 9-2-ish, just given what the doubles look like. I mean, 3's going to take the money, and then probably the 5, and then the 6.
And then the 6, yeah.
Well,
All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, and then I'm going to look up Gosford. 1 sec.
See, I thought it would go off around like 2-1.
yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at how people bet the double, and a lot of people are betting the 3 in the double. The will pay on the double $6.30 for $1 with the 3, $10.40 with the 5, and $11.10 with the 6, and then everything else is $30, 30 plus more.
Great.
Pat's in the house. What up, Pat? Says, what have I missed? Drinking friends stop by. Those, my friend, is some good friends. Drinking friends are always good friends. Unless it's Dennis Trusty, then you got a lot of shit to worry about. Penn National Race 8 is our next race. This race is 6 furlongs on the dirt. Mating claiming 16K. Fillies and mares 3 and up purse is 17K. If we look at some jockey trainer stats, the best jockey trainer combo's on the 8. Best jockey's on the 5. Best trainer is on the 5. Smooth Ed, Penn National Race 8. Who do you like here?
635.
635 for Smooth Ed. Mikey P, who do you like at Penn?
I am 6, 4, 5, 6, or excuse me, 3, 4, 5, 6.
3, 4, 5, 6. Who's your top horse here, Mikey?
I don't have him in there. Obviously, the 7 is a little worrisome, but I like the 6 horse quite a bit. The 6 is going to be my top pick.
I like it. Spence, what are you playing here at Penn?
The Penn, I have 3-5 in my live pick 4, but I'm gonna do a small daily double. Just if some prices come in, I'm gonna go 1-4 to the 3-6 daily double as a backup.
And Dave, Penn National Race 8, are you playing anything here?
The only thing I'm playing is I'm just gonna wheel the double 1 all. So I'm gonna see if I can catch the price and then back it up with something big in the 9th.
Nice.
I honestly don't have a great feeling about really anything in this race, so I can make a case for probably almost all of them, or
Right.
probably 6 of the 8.
The 1 Melodia. Morning line 12-1, now 15-1. And that'll
I
be
mean, it's crazy. You look at like a lot of these horses' last starts; they were beat by like 20 lengths. The 1, the 2, the 4, the 6, the 7, the 8.
And Ed, you said your top horse here is a 6 as well?
Yes.
The park surface tends to be a lot deeper than Penn, and particularly in the wintertime, the park surface gets really, really deep. Like if you watch races at parks, you'll see 6 furlongs going like 114, 115. The same horses that in the summertime are going to run 110, 111 there. So they just I don't know what it is. They had like a lot of salt or they had a lot of dirt, so that tracks with some freeze. And so what you often find is horses that train at parks that then come into Penn this time of year are just so legged up. It's like if you trained on the beach, you jogged on the beach your entire life, or you trained there, and someone else trained running on blacktop. You're just going to be more muscled up because you're used to running on a really deep, heavy surface.
Right.
And so when these horses come to Penn, they typically excel because Penn's a much harder, faster surface than what Parks is. I'm not saying that's going to be the case for the 6, but if in lots of other races where horses are kind of in form and they're always running, it's a nice angle to look at is Parks to Penn, particularly in the wintertime.
Cindy says, Dave, can you explain why Marvin Richards give up his training on the 2?
I don't know who Marvin Richards is. I have no clue. I mean, he owns the horse, so I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe he still trains the horse. Maybe Alexander Hildegrass is just his beard. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Going 1-3, 1-3, 5-8. Yeah, 1-3 on top, and then 1-3, 5-8 underneath that Australia. 1 to win.
Killing me.
Killing you, Mikey? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I like this
Well,
too.
yeah. You got the 2?
Yeah, sorry. All right. So what'd you have? 1, you had 1-8? Gosford?
Yeah, Gosford, I went 1-3 on top, 1-3 over 1-3, 5-8.
All right.
I like the 1 conference. Who's your top horse, Spence?
The 1. The 1's my win.
Who'd you go with, Mikey?
I have the 2 on top. 2 and the 8 on top.
Mikey trying to get paid with that 2 horse. Supporto. That's where I need to go. Australia, see those races.
Right?
I think Spencer might have froze on us again. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I'm back. I think I just froze real quick.
Trav17 says, wait, am I drunk or is that a plant on Spencer's ceiling?
Put the light hanging from the ceiling.
You can tell he's at home visiting.
Yeah,
Because
back at the mom's place
I
for the
can tell you
holidays.
Spencer does not have any plants growing from his ceiling.
Not at my place. But not a chance.
Big first down for Missouri as they're at their own 40-yard line. 2.5 minutes left in the half.
The 1 and the 8 are gonna battle for the lead at Australia. The 8's taking the lead on the inside. The 1's sitting in second, in the middle of the track, and then I think it's the 5 sitting on the rail.
It's just short field for an Australian race.
Yeah, usually a little bit bigger field. Yep. Yeah, so 8's in the lead. 1 sitting about horse length off, a little bit less. The 5 is on the rail on the inside in third, with the 2, with Mikey's 2. Big Price actually moving his head into third at the moment. They're going a mile and 3/16. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, mile and 3/16. So it's a little bit of a longer race here than some tracks that they have going on over there. 8's sitting pretty comfortably up on
Decent price
the
on
lead
that.
by himself. What's up?
Got a decent price on that 1 horse.
Yeah, 4 to 1's not bad, and he's sitting in a really nice spot here, just tailing this 8 horse. It looks like the jockey's trying to get him to push a little bit harder, but this 8 seems to be kind of just strolling along. But our 1 is trying to put a little bit of pressure on him, coming on the inside now. Come on, 1, put some pressure on him. Come on, 1, close down. Go home, 1. Come on, 1. Don't let this 8 go to easy. Don't let this 1 go. Yeah.
Ace,
He let him walk.
Ray.
They let him walk. There's the 5. My 5 is closing down as well down the middle of the track, but the 8 got an easy walk home. Easy. Let him walk up top. 8 to 5 over the 4 to 5 over I had all the horses 8, 5, 1, 3, but chalks on top. Nobody wants that.
Penn National race 8 says we got 0 minutes until post. The 3 horse is the favorite at 9-5. 6 horse, who is my favorite horse, is 4-1. We are at 75 likes.
Ooh.
So I think that means we have to take a shot. And it looks like we have time before the race. So I think it's time.
Shot time.
So this shot is another victory shot for our guy Dave. And
Might have to join you guys more often whenever I got horses running now. We're hot.
Please
We're
do,
hot.
yeah.
You know, I
Shout
got
out to Bush Racing. Shout out to Pub Sports Radio.
This is
And
what it comes
shout
down to.
out to everybody in the chat.
You see that? I found that rock. I was in this really bad losing streak, and in my town, people like paint rocks, right? It's a rock.
Oh.
I found that rock, and then I went on this like ridiculous win streak, including when Sue won by a nose last time.
Hey, there we go.
I got the rocker next to me tonight, and it worked.
There we go.
That's awesome. Cheers to everybody in the chat.
Cheers, guys.
Woo. Woo. Let's go.
Now it's time to win some money. Penn National race 8. They are loading up in the gate.
Is this a closeout for anyone? Does anyone have anything that cashes here? Is it just a part of your pick 3 or pick 4?
Part of the pick 4 for me.
Part of it, right?
Same.
What do you guys have?
Just the 3 and the 5, but I did a daily double back up with the 1 and the 4 just for some prices.
I'm
Just in
single
case.
to 6.
You're on the 6 here, Razor.
You're single to
And-
the 6 racer?
Yeah.
All right, let's get it home then.
4-1 is not a bad price on that horse.
Oh, that's a good price, yeah. New Zealand's coming back up again.
Penn National race 8. They are loading up in the gate. Looks like we're waiting on the 7 and the 8 and the 6. Cash it! Tennessee beats Arizona.
Nice.
First winner of the night. I guess we'll be taking another shot after this.
Ooh.
Penn National race 8. It's like they're still loading up in the gate. And they are off and racing at Penn National race 8. Shout out to the 50 plus people in the chat. Appreciate you guys for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you slam that like button down below. Share and subscribe. Right now, the 4 horse is out front. Bound by Truth. In second, the 3 horse. Take E Lady at even money. In third is the 6 horse at 7-2. 3, 4, 6
Come on, 6. Come around the
are
outside.
the top 3 horses.
Come on,
There's the
6. You got horse. You got horse 6.
They are coming
You got
down
horse
the
six?
final stretch.
Here we
He's
go.
coming.
Six is coming
Get
on
up,
the
baby.
outside.
Here we go.
Baby.
Come on,
Get up,
Six!
baby.
Get up!
baby.
Get up! Yeah!
Oh,
Nice.
And he does.
That was a good
Nice.
price too. 7-2.
Yeah.
Jesus.
let's go.
Yeah, nice work.
Let's go, Razor.
Go! Press the button! Shot time! Cash it! Let's go!
What do you got in the last? Are you spreading the last, or are you on just one or two?
I think I'm spread here.
I spread the last. I took.
I think
all.
it's a tough race. I just think. I mean, obviously,
I had-
Synergize looks.
I had the
good.
6 single. I had the 6 singled in the last.
Did you?
I have
I
one.
bet. See, I
three,
bet the six
6.
last time, Spenny, and he's a hanging son of a bitch. He raised.
The hanger. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
like he rolled up like he was gonna win by a pole, and then
Right.
I was like cashing my ticket top of the lane. He made
And then he
such a
just
big
sat
move,
there.
and
Yeah. All right. Well,
Let's
Well,
go!
good thing I'm
Shout
not live
out!
then, so probably-
Shout out to everybody in the chat! Shout out to Pub Sports Radio! Shout out to Bush Racing! And shout out to that 6 horse! Let's go!
Let's go.
we like it.
is this what you guys do? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Is there a night you don't
Every
do
day
this,
of the
or what?
week, pretty much.
Yeah, don't join the Twitter chat. It's
Yeah, that's even
24 hours,
worse.
crap.
Yeah, we're just trying to get a sponsor from Bush Racing soon. I don't know.
There we go, right? Okay, well, let's talk. I don't know. You know, I think I already gained a number of Twitter followers just from this. So
There you go.
I love it. Yes, make sure you guys follow him, Bush Racing, on Twitter. I'm alive to the 1, 3, and 6 in this next race.
I'm alive to them all.
oh, I
There
like
you
that.
go.
Oh, yeah, that's what I like to hear.
My man.
Someone's
Get it in.
cashing a ticket tonight.
And it's 9:24. It's past 9 o'clock, so I know Ed's got his wine somewhere. Nice job. Ace cashes the pick 3 and the win. Okie has the 3, 6 to close. Cindy's alive to the 3, 4, 5, and 8. And Spencer throwing out some more action for us.
New Zealand, sorry, that was New Zealand, not us.
Yeah,
Aussie.
I'm allowed to
Mata. Robert Lance says Razor is so loud winning, he's waking Biden up. Pat says, thank you for the 6. Let's go. Nice little $9.20 winner.
Yeah, that paid good. I mean, considering that horse was what, like 2-1 morning line? It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7-2, it's good.
The pick 5 results, they're not showing on TVG. They are showing the pick 4 results. The lowest price on the pick 4 is the 6 horse at $71.70.
Yeah, they're not showing it on Twin Spires either, only the $1 pick 4.
Let's look at this. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's a rarer rat. That's harness.
Matamata, they're getting ready to go into the gate.
What'd you have here, Spenny?
3, 6, 10, and 3, 6, 10, 8.
Yeah,
Nothing on the 1?
I like that 10. I have 4, 9, 10. I like the 9 to win.
Spence, nothing on the 1 horse?
No, I didn't have anything on the 1. Nothing on that one.
How do you pronounce that? Matamata?
I think so.
Mata.
Yeah. I think so.
Where they come up with these names? Does that mean something?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Like, what's the matter with you?
That's good.
Oh, they're off.
Yeah, they're not even showing the horses out front. They're showing the horses in the middle of the pack.
Yeah. They do that. They show like the who's in front, and then they scan back, and then they kind of do like a wide view. 6, there's the 8 trying to make his move on that side. 13's in dead last. 4 at a huge price. The 11 at a big price. There's the 3 that I like. There's your 1.
Coming on the outside.
There's your 1. See what's gonna happen here. The speed up front looks like it was going a little
They're
fast.
like 12 wide.
Yeah. Here comes that 8 flying. There's that 8. He was the favorite. See if we can get. And there's the 10. Can we get the 3 up there with him? Come on, someone, come on. Come on. Somebody else get up there with the 10. 8, 10, 11.
Oh man.
I had the 8 and the 10. I had no 11. That sucks.
Yeah.
8, 10 is gonna pay okay.
Fucking 53 to 1, and there's your 1 and 4th. 53 to 1, 11 and 3rd. Damn.
Damn, my 1 got 4.
Yeah, I had the 8 and the 10, no 11.
Yeah, me too.
Man. Damn.
You guys still nothing on the prices, right?
Not that I saw. Here, let me go back to Twin Spires and see.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why they do that.
Yeah, so Mikey D was right. The 3 horse pays the lowest, $63.55.
Yeah, no, just the pick 4. That's the only thing that's listed on Twin Spires.
Mikey D says 8, 10 is 24 to 1.
It's not bad. Fuck. I knew the 8 was gonna be the chalk, so I threw him underneath for the try. I tried to get some prices up top. Damn. EVD in 6 minutes if you want to play it.
Yeah, EVD race 8. And Orlando, I got them plus 7.5. They're beating Atlanta by 12.
Ooh.
5 minutes left. EVD race 8, 350 yards, mating claiming. 5K, 3 and up purse is 8K. What are you looking at, Sven?
Oh shit. I kind of like the 3 horse. JJ King's baby. Second time out. It ran 5th its first time. He broke in and bumped, and then he retreated. So I'm kind of hoping he gets a little bit better of a jump today. He's got some decent works, I guess, for it. He has the speed. He has some fairly decent speed in this group. The other one that I would like is the 1 horse.
Nothing on the big favorite, the 6.
You know me. I'm not gonna. If I'm gonna use it, it's gonna be under. You know me. It's gonna be underneath.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at the 5 horse.
Jumping first.
I was looking at the 6 underneath, of course, but I was looking at jumping first.
Um, even the 2's not.
Mike, are you looking at anything in the EVD?
Nothing I really love.
I'm gonna put the 1 and 3 on top, and then Razor likes the 5, so I'll go 1, 3, 5, and 6 underneath. Win on that 3.
Yeah, maybe that. No, that one doesn't look bad.
Yeah, I think that 1 looks pretty solid. It's got speed and everything.
EVD, we got about 2 minutes. And then we got about 13 minutes until Penn race 9. What did you play at EVD, Mikey?
I might just play the 1.
Oh, because it's almost Christmas time. You want to play Snowman. I get it. I get it.
The best angle I got tonight.
Mikey P, you got any golf this weekend? What's up? What's up with golf? Is it done?
No, they did a little like combo tournament last week. I don't think they really fire up until maybe New Year's, maybe the week after New Year's. Shouldn't really be anything this week with Christmas.
Tiger and
Because that
his
was
son played well, eh?
the Classic, right? Where the dads played with the sons.
Yeah, Tiger
Yeah.
played well with his son.
Yeah.
Yo,
This kid's
Charlie.
legit, man.
Yo,
This kid's
12 years
legit.
old. Yo, that kid is fucking good, man.
You know, he was walking off and everything with the putter. He's pointing.
Oh
Yeah.
man, he's got all the confidence in the world. Fucking nuts, man. That kid's gonna be a stud when he gets older.
It's just crazy how many kids are good when their parents are just as fucking good.
I know. But that, yeah, they came. You know, for them to come second and shoot whatever they did, you know, it's just nuts. Tiger off of fucking broken legs, and then his 12-year-old son.
Son was carrying him.
Yeah, usually I think what was it, the Century tournament or something? Is usually like they play like West Coast stuff to start off. Like it'd be like I think it's a Century, and then maybe starts it off in like January, and then they'll play somewhere in Hawaii and California,
Right.
the West Coast shit. But I don't think that stuff starts till after the year.
Yeah, you got John Daly and his son. Fucking
That dude's a trip, man.
Daly is something else. But his son is like in college, like plays in golf in college.
Yeah, no, the son's pretty legit from what I understand.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Tiger and Charlie, 11 straight birdies together. That was fucking nuts.
Do you like this 5-horse here, DVD?
I think Razor did. Razor did. I liked the 1 and the 3. I put the 1 and the 3 on top.
All right.
And then I put his 5 and the favorite, the 6 underneath. But the 1's taking quite a bit of money now too. They're both the one and the 6 are both 2 to 1 favorites at the moment.
Damn, EVD, they're still walking around.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So, Spence, do your parents live in Canada too?
What's up, buddy?
You said you're at home.
Yeah.
Your parents live in Canada too?
Yeah, my parents only live like a couple hours away from Toronto. Just a little small town, Collingwood. Just only
Now,
about
did you move away from your parents, or did your parents move away from you?
I went to school first, so yeah, I moved away. I went to school, and then my girlfriend was living in the city after I was done school, so I ended up moving in with her after I was done school. So yeah, I moved away for sure.
Nice.
Had to get away. It's nice to come home every once in a while, but can only stay for a little bit.
EVD race 8. Still walking around. And then we'll move over to Penn National race 9, which will be the last race of the night for us. Penn National race 9, 8 furlongs on the dirt. It's a claiming 4K race for 3 and up, and the purse is 10K. If you look at some jockey trainer stats, the best jockey trainer combo is on the 4. The best jockey is also on the 4. And the best trainer is on the 1 at 19%, Kimberly. And then also Michael is on the 3 as a trainer, also hitting 19%. There are a couple changes. Most of them are just distances. The 1, the 3, the 4, and the 6 are all cutting back from 8.5 furlongs. No changes on the 2 and the 8, and the 5 and the 7 are scratched. Penn National race 9. Smooth Ed, who are you looking at?
I had a 361.
You said 7-3-6-1?
No, just 361.
Okay. 3-6-1 for Smooth Ed. Mikey P, who do you like at Penn National race 9?
I just have the 3 and the 6 to close out the pick 4.
And Spencer, what about you?
I had just the 6. I just like the 6 there.
The 6 at Penn National race 9. And Dave, what about you? What are you looking at the last race at Penn?
Fucking favorite though. That sucks.
Yeah, I was actually going to a price here. I think it was a 2. Just give me 1 second. Let me get to it. Yeah, the 2.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that 2's interesting.
I I mean, you threw out the last race. I don't know what happened inside. I think it was 5 wide
Right.
race, but I mean, the race before that, it beat Top Hat Treason. The
Yeah,
horse,
yeah.
you're
No,
getting,
I like that too.
I don't know what you're getting. I didn't look at the recent odds, but
7-1 right now.
yeah, I mean, I would have expected a little better than that. But I mean, 6-5 on Top Hat Treason and 7-1. It's
Right. I was hoping that 6 wasn't going to take a whole lot of that much fucking money, but that's. Yeah, I like that too as well. That would be an
3 horse is interesting because I really liked the 3 last race. I thought the 3 would win that race last time, and he just really. I mean, he didn't have a kick. I mean, the line is right. Bid 4 wide, no kick. I mean, he's just flat. He had really no excuse.
Flattened, yeah.
I mean, he was sitting in a good spot.
Oh, they just scratched the 8 too. Jesus.
The 8 scratch now.
Yeah.
So it's a 5-horse field.
popped off. The 5 was scratched at EVD.
Yeah. So
Looks like the 1 horse won.
the 1,
Oh, that's Mikey P's horse.
I had the 1 on top with
Yeah.
this with the 3.
All that money Mikey bet on the horse went off 2-1.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is my 3 there second? Tell me it's 1-3. Yeah, baby, 1-3,
Yeah.
cash it,
Yeah, 1, 3,
There you go.
6.
cash it, and I had the 6 as well. So let's go. I had 1-3 over 1-3, 5, 6, but your 5 got scratched. So either way, I still have it all.
Nice. Penn National race 9. Still no prices, right? I don't see anything. Hate that shit. My dad's in the chat, says 1-3, cash it.
Love
You still
it.
alive in the pick 5, Razor?
What's that?
You still alive in the pick 5?
Yeah, 1, 3, 6.
All right. Let's get home.
A Penn, you got 136.
1, 3, 6. I don't see the payouts though.
No.
I know it's not saying anything for the pick 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I singled Dave's horse in the 6th race. I singled that 6 in the last race. My dollar pick 5 cost $54.
It should be good. I mean, the pick 4. Most of them are pretty good. And what was the first leg?
The first leg was the 2, went off at 7-2.
Yeah. That's,
8-5 in the 3rd leg, 7-2.
should be pretty decent.
Yeah, even when my horse won, he wasn't the favorite. 3 horses a favorite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone claimed that 3 horse out of there. Remember we were talking about that horse has like 3 months off between every single start. Someone claimed that horse for $14,000.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yeah, it was in that race you can like take weight and you can be in for 14,000 as opposed to, it's a 16-14 or 14-16, however you want to look at it.
Right.
So they were in for the 14 as opposed to the 16. Probably got like, I don't know, 3 or 4 pounds off. And someone claimed the horse.
Huh. Interesting.
Spenny, you playing any Gosford?
Yeah. They're going off soon too, right?
3 minutes.
What do you have?
I have the 147 and the 1347 for the try.
You said 1347, Mikey?
Yeah, that for the try. Yeah, I like this.
Bruce T has the pick 5 pays. Looks like for $2. The The 1 pays 603, the 3 pays 1046, and the 6 pays 392.
Where do you see that at?
It's Bruce T put it in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, where do you?
I'm not sure where he sees it at.
Interesting.
Here we go.
Let's get it home for you, buddy.
I see that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Penn National Race 9. They
Yeah.
are off and racing. And that one got off to a great start on the inside rail.
137 and 1372 at Aussie.
They head around the first turn, and the one horse is out front. Indigestion. In second is the 3 horse Synergized at 3-2.
No pace.
Yeah,
Ugh.
In
25
third is
opening
the
quarter.
2 horse Pocope Sun Station
25 opening quarter.
at
Unbelievable.
7-1. 1-3, the 2 horses out front. They got about a 4, maybe a 5-length lead.
They sped up a little bit in the half. Not much though, but they did.
The
I'd
one
be
is
shocked if anyone caught those two.
still out front.
The horse that's flying on the outside beside the 2 has a real big chance. The 6.
The 3 horses in second. The 6 horses flying
Same with the
on
2.
the outside.
Same with the 2.
The 2 horses coming down the inside, making a move on the outside. They are coming around the final turn, and the 1 horse is on the inside. Go home! 1! Stay up!
Yeah, he's gone.
Yes,
The
stay
2
up.
is coming on the outside,
That's
and
25
1
opening quarter.
Yeah,
25 opening
one.
quarter. He should be.
going to win.
The 2 stuck on his left lead the whole time. The horse
Yeah.
never leads. It's not going to
Never switch leads.
How much
The 25 quarter and then the 49
Nice hit,
half.
Razor. That was big.
Yeah, good work, man.
1, 2, 6 is the final.
Cash it. Yeah, that was super
One.
slow at the gate though.
Yeah, I mean, they won that race right out of the gate.
Right out of the gate, yeah, going 25.
3 kind of broke bad. I mean, then he rushed up and got into position, but he broke
Right.
step slow. And the 6 got fanned out by the 2, and the 2 never switched leads.
Never put his nose in front.
That's another thing. I won't claim horses that don't switch leads either. I can't stand it.
It makes sense. What's the point? Like, if you can't, if you're there on the corner and you can't even just get your nose in front for a little bit, right? Like the 2 looked like he had all the momentum in the world, and he still couldn't get the fucking head in front.
Yeah. When he hung too, like if you watch that race down the stretch, right? Horses change the lead foot they run with.
Right.
In turns and on the straightaway, right? So on turns they lead with their left leg, right?
Right.
And on straightaways they lead with their right leg.
Right.
They flip that very seamlessly. Like they're good at doing it. It's
Right.
very natural for them. And if you watch the 2 horse there down the stretch, he was on his left lead the whole time. Like he never, like in the turn he ran his left lead and he never switched over to his right. Like as they start to get tired on their left lead, they switch over to their right, and it typically helps him to finish. And he hung on his left lead the whole time.
Right.
And if you got a closer who's on his left lead, like they just never seem to kind of finish a race off like you'd want them to.
Yeah.
That's gotta pay nice. What was the will pay? Did someone post it? You said?
He said for $2.
3-7 or 3-2, 3-2.
603.
Oh, chalk.
Did you have $2?
I had it for $1.
$3.25 it was at Aussie. Chalk on top again.
I'm shocked that in his will pay that the 3 horse would have paid $1,000. Is that what it says in this will pay? Isn't it?
Yeah.
1,046? And that horse was one of the favorites.
Michael D says he sees 412.
It makes sense. I would think that for $1. I mean, somewhere around there.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
The ticket cost me 54.
Fuck off.
It is official 1264. The one ended up going off at 7-2. The 6 horse ended up being the favorite.
Yeah, 6-5 favorite. So what did the 3 go off at then? So it could make sense if depending on what the 3 went off at.
3 was 3-2.
3-2. Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Doesn't make a
morning
lot of-
line 3-1.
Toad's frozen. You're not going to get to know what you're.
Yeah.
Official.
There we go. Ed's gonna. You got a consolation double there too, Ed.
Hey, 1270.
Jeez.
Yeah, 12-7.
Wow, you hit a big one, Ray.
Go.
was
12-7.
Way
Nice
to
job.
go. Wow.
I was gonna say all the numbers that kept flying out there didn't seem right to me. That felt like it
2-1-2-6-1. Wow.
Way to go,
had- Damn,
Ray.
nice hit.
That was
1270.
great.
You know what that means. Press the button! Cash it! Shot time! We'll
Nice
take another
one.
shot before the show ends.
How'd you pick the 1? I don't know that I would have had the 1 in there. I'm gonna go look at that horse now.
Shout out to the 1 horse in race 6. Came back and brought the homie the money. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Cheers!
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, yes.
And thank God that horse got its head down at the right time. That would have been a brutal one.
Ooh,
Felt like
that's
I
how
would have
you
owed
fill
you
a
for that
bottle.
one, Razor. I would have sent you a $50 gift card or something.
Let's go. Shout out to everybody in the chat for still hanging out with us as we had Penn National all night. Shout out to Pub Sports Radio, of course. Make sure you check them out, pubsportsradio.com. Make sure you check them out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and on Twitch. But, of course, before we head out, Spencer Pennybombs, what do you got for the chat, and where can they find you?
Yeah. You guys can find me at Pennigy_8 on Twitter. And I was working a bunch the last little while, but off for the holidays for the next little bit. So I should definitely be. Are we going next Wednesday? Is that the next show?
Good.
Cool. Yeah, I should be back next Wednesday as well. See what the boys got going on for the night, and always trying to cash some tickets. If you guys got any questions, you want to reach out, just give me a shout on Twitter. Love to be here, guys. Always love being here. Always love capping the horses. It was nice to have Dave on. It's always nice to have new faces and new information coming in from different sources. So it's awesome to have guys on like yourself, for sure, man.
Appreciate you as always, Spencer Pennybomb. Smooth Ed, what do you got for the chat, and where can they find you?
Well, I'm a Gambler 844 on Twitter, and I'm glad you're on here tonight, Dave. I learned a lot from you. This game, you keep learning.
Right?
I don't care. I'm 80 years old, but I'm still learning. Of course, I'm dumber now, but I'm learning. You know what I
What
mean?
it's about.
You're always learning in this game. You just listen to what other people say. I learned a lot tonight. I hope you come back again. Not on you. I learned from all you. I learned from all you. I learned something almost every show. So I encourage everyone to come on and be with us. You always learn. I wish everybody a Happy New Year's and Happy Christmas.
Yep.
I appreciate you as always, Smooth Ed. Mikey P, what about you? What do you got for the chat, and where can they find you?
Merry Christmas, everybody. Mikey P033 on Twitter. Golf season will fire up at the Century. Probably I looked it up. Looks like after the first of the year. So I'll try and post my plays on Twitter and here and everything. Everybody, appreciate you having me here. Dave, it was awesome, man. I hope you come back. I learned a shit ton from you tonight, and it's really cool to
We could cash a ticket.
kind of peel back the layer and learn what you see and how that kind of helps me break down stuff. So great show tonight, guys, and everybody have a good Christmas.
Appreciate you as always, Mikey P. And Dave from Bush Racing, what about you? What do you got for the chat before we head out, and where can they find you on social media?
You guys are my good luck charms. We'll have to run this back again sometime soon, I guess.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun, guys. At Bush Racing on Twitter, Bush Racing Stable on Facebook, and at Bush Racing on Instagram.
Perfect.
We're not on the TikTok or anything like that just yet, so maybe we'll get there at some point. But loved it. Look, thanks so much for having me. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I learned something from you guys too. And so Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year. And we'll have to do it again in 2022.
Absolutely.
Congrats on the big ticket racer. That was awesome.
Yeah, great hit, man.
Good job, buddy.
Appreciate you as always, Dave. Thanks for always hanging out in the chat and supporting the show. It's much appreciated. Shout out to everybody in the chat for hanging out with us. We had the whole squad with us all night long. We had C Money, Robert Land. We had the whole squad. Gamers Tucci, Gerardo. Like I said, the whole squad was in the house. We had Saddles and Sulky, Cindy, John Patrick, Todd Hilton, the whole squad. Cindy, appreciate all you guys. Truth Teller, Guillermo Zertucci, Okie. My pops is in the house. Shout out to my dad. Coco Bongo, Jacqueline, Gary Long, Mikey D. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate the love and support as always. Bruce T, Spencer Hughes, Pat, Ace Wrecking Crew. Love every single one of you guys, and we wouldn't be here without you, so thank you. Also, make sure you guys follow pubsportsradio.com on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and on Twitch. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, RazorSharpPicks. I cover it all: sports, horses, MLB, NBA, NHL, college football, college basketball, UFC, and more. We'll see you next week, Wednesday, right here, Pub Sports Radio, 7 o'clock. For my guy, Mikey P, Smooth Ed, Dennis Trusty, Spencer Penny Bombs, and Dave from Bush Racing. I'm RazorSharpPicks. Have a good night.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
folks.
Christmas, guys. Happy holidays, everyone.